Welcome into Banana Ball live on the CW. It's the finale of a historic two-game set in Kansas City, the birthplace of the Negro Leagues, and the Indianapolis Clowns, a legendary Negro Leagues team born here in Banana Ball. Reborn, that is, they're hunting their first ever sweep of the Savannah Bananas. The Clowns are turning to Brett Maddock to try and make it 4 straight wins, while the Bananas counter with their first rounder, Austin Drury, as they hunt the series split. Over 38,000 fans have converged on Kauffman Stadium to witness the spectacle live, and they have braved a rainy day here in KC to make it happen. But about a half an hour from first pitch, the sun has come out, and it's looking like Mother Nature willing. We're going to have a heck of an afternoon for Banana Ball as we welcome you inside with Josh Talevsky and Cam Stewart. I am Biko Scala. Happy Sunday Fun Day. Thank you for spending it with us here in virtual Banana Land. Cam, it was a 3-1 win for the Clowns last night, and it's clear that the Bats traveled very well from Tacoma, Washington here to the Midwest.
Yeah, that was going to be the big question. Could they keep that offense rolling after a historic weekend in Tacoma? And that was the case. 2-2-0 inning leads for the Bananas in this ball game, and they didn't get the inning point for either one of them. 3-run walk-off bombs, 2 of them, Nico Holsizer and Chris Burgess. That offense has certainly traveled.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Bananas offense, not as powerful at all, Josh. Although, it was a heck of a start for the Nanners offensively.
Yeah, you saw Dan Oberst in the first inning, just the second batter of the contest, going yaya against Daniel Foster. Already up to 5 home runs this season and home runs in consecutive contests for the Savannah Bananas. A big blast from Oberst, and then bottom half of the inning, or actually Reese Alexiadis in the first inning, able to get a double trick play there for the Indianapolis Clowns. Leday and Carell Prime able to cap off a 4 trick play frame. Bananas would earn that first point, and then an inning later, it's Bill Leroy back in Kansas City yet again, where he hit his first Banana Ball home run, leaving the yard in the K.
Looked like we were about to have deja vu in the second inning until Nico Holsizer.
And this was the real deja vu, because this is the 4th time in the last 2 weekends that Nico Holsizer leaves the yard. No doubter, 3-run walk-off bomb to take the inning point. And this is where it really turned for the Clowns. 10 RBI in the last 2 weekends for him. This a little nubber, tough play, tougher than any trick play on the night. How about that, Josh?
Yeah, Noah Nisnik got a slide tackle from Bill Leroy. It was unintentional. Nonetheless, great play from Niz. But then you saw him make another great play, and a costly throwing error. Had a little more time to get himself set. Instead, rushed that throw, and it would lead to Joe Lytle, a batter later, ripping this one down the first base line and netting a 2nd straight point for Indianapolis.
Yeah, second straight inning where they came back.
Yeah, it was so huge. They had a couple of chances to get out of that inning. Then Peanuts takes to the mound, and Peanuts does what Peanuts does. Outside of Jake Skoll, he just gets batters out. Jackson Olsen to end the inning there, keep that 2-1 lead in the 5th.
Yeah, don't worry, Peanuts. Jake Skoll's the kryptonite for a lot of pitchers in Banana Ball. Now in the 7th, still a 2-1 lead. Uh-oh! That ball gets by Joe Gray. It's going to be a single in the book. It's a Little League home run for the 9-year Nanner, Bill Leroy. Get on your horse. Windmill from Tyler Gillum. And he just had enough gas in the tank to barely beat the tag from Burgess. It was a perfect relay from Carell Prime. We'll get another look at the slide coming in here on the replay. It doesn't get much closer than that. Leroy, the Little League inside the Parker, but a couple batters later, oh my goodness, Ryan Cox fouling out to the fans, the man who led the 2024 World Tour in foul-outs to fans. Beautiful barehanded snag right there.
And that was the lone foul out to the fans on the night. Now bottom 7, Bananas up 2 runs in the frame. This is exactly what you were talking about, Cam. Chris Burgess, big fly, just able to keep it fair, and the Clowns going up 3-1.
The 2nd time in the game that they do that, and it was a showman performance for Chris Burgess, who was big in last weekend as well. A couple extra base hits last night.
Yeah, double earlier in the contest. 2 runs scored for Burgess, and Dion Reynoso comes through in the clutch in his first ever save opportunity. Had to face KJ for a 2nd time as the golden batter got him to fly out to put a close on a 3-1 victory for the Clowns, the first time they have ever beat the Savannah Bananas. Of course, this only the 3rd time that the 2 teams faced in the regular season. but really an impressive win nonetheless, and now 3 straight victories going back to the conclusion of the 3-game set that they had against the Party Animals in Tacoma, Washington last weekend. You get a look at the numbers. Burgess at the top, 2 for 3, the double and home run. Bill Leroy, 2 for 3, 1 out of the park, and then the Little League homer and Eli Payton leading the team defensively.
Yeah, this was kind of one of the other narratives in this game last night. 14 trick plays for the Clowns with Eli Payton leading the way. That was crucial as well.
Yeah, that's a new franchise record.
And meanwhile, you saw just 6 hits for the Bananas. The Clowns had 6 extra base hits in the contest. And now you get a look at what the Clowns have done since May the 7th. This team leading the Banana Ball Championship League in hits, a .343 batting average in that span. And over the last 4 games, we have seen the Clowns launch 12 total home runs. A key reason right now, you see them also leading the pack with their 199 total bases.
And this includes a weekend in Indianapolis where the bats were pretty well silenced by the Party Animals. It was a complete game thrown against them, but man, have they bounced back.
Much more on the pregame show after a brief break.
Clap those hands and stomp those feet, because at the end of the day, we all need somebody to lift us up. You, me, them, everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody to love. Oh yeah, someone to love. Someone to love. Sweetheart to me. Come on, someone with. A sugar the kid. A sugar the kid. I need you, you, you. I need you, you, you. I need you, you, you. I need you.
Give it up one more time for your Indianapolis Clowns! Kansas City, I need everybody here to get on your feet. That's right.
Welcome back to Banana Ball, live on the CW. Just a couple minutes ago, the Indianapolis Clowns storming the field here in Kauffman Stadium at the conclusion of this 2-game set. The Clowns' first ever headlining series in a big league park. And before we get to the game, we've got to get you the rules to Banana Ball, brought to you by PNC Bank.
Banana Ball is the fastest and most entertaining show in sports. And the 11 rules guarantee the most fans-first experience every second.
Unbelievable! Welcome to the Banana Ball Championship League!
Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. The team that scores the most runs in an inning wins the point.
It's a walk-off winner to the deepest part of the field! Oh my goodness!
With the equalizer point, trick plays provide the away team an opportunity to earn a point going into the final inning. And in the final inning, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, banana ball has a 2-hour time limit, guaranteeing that every game is fast-paced and action-packed. Rule number 3, no stepping out of the batter's box. If you do, it will result in a strike.
Max stepped out of the box, and because he stepped out of the box, that's it.
Rule number 4, no bunting, because bunting sucks. If you bunt, you'll be thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first base.
Ball 3, Gideon taken off for first, throw from Leroy, in time!
Rule number 6, there's no walks. Walks are ball 4 sprints. The batter can advance as far as they want until every position player touches the ball.
Those defenders have touched the banana ball. It is a 4-base sprint to open up the ball game.
Rule number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Rule number 8, foul balls caught by a fan count as an out.
Oh, they caught it! They did! They can't caught it! On the third point! We're doing a showdown!
Rule number 9, the showdowns. In showdowns, the best of the best face off in the biggest moment. One hitter versus one pitcher with one fielder behind him. And the hitter has to score.
Deep to right center! See you later!
Rule number 10, the banana ball challenge rule gives the coaches and you, the fans, a chance to impact a call on the field. Rule number 11, the golden batter. Once a game, each team can give any player an at-bat regardless of the lineup. This offers the biggest matchups on the biggest stage.
Big on big. Gamer, let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Get out of here, ball! That thing had a family!
And those are the rules of banana ball.
Thank you, Jesse. I'll tell you what, banana ball rules keep things exciting, which is great for the game. PNC Bank keeps things boring, which is great for your money. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. When we come back, we're going to get to hear from Clowns head coach Eric Fox.
Second base, the Dougie Man, wearing number 9, Max John Goldberg. Also at second base, the greatest showman, wearing number 8, Jackson Olsen. At first base, our bat trickster and balance extraordinaire, Alex Ziggy Ziegler. Coming to the mound, the tallest man in sports, Dakota Stilts Albritton. And behind the plate, on the mic, wearing number 1, myself, Bill LaRue.
Something big is happening. Something big, I feel it happening out of my control. Pushing, pulling, and it's driving me. Feel it in my bones like, oh, 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 oh. Something big is happening. Oh, 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 oh. Something big, I feel it happening.
Let's hear it for your Savannah Banana!
I don't know if I can say that one, bro. Yeah. Come this way, come this way.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for a Bananas tradition here in Banana Land. I need everybody here to get your spirit fingers up high. Both hands, spirit fingers up high. This tradition has brought us 4,102 wins.
Welcome back to Banana Ball Live on the CW from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. The Savannah Bananas have made their grand entrance. The visiting team in this two-game set here in the K. Flips galore in front of this full capacity crowd. I'll tell you what, the Clowns victors last night, making it 3 straight wins. The first 3-game winning streak in franchise history. Head coach Eric Fox thrilled about it. Rex Castillo caught up with him a little while ago.
Thank you so much, Biko. Coach, 3 wins in a row. What a streak for the Clowns. The first 3-game winning streak in the Clowns history. What is the reason this team's so hot right now?
Hey, we're having fun, man. Having fun, playing with some urgency, and these guys just having good approaches at the plate, man. So that's helping us big time right now.
More history to be made here. The Clowns headlining a Major League Baseball stadium. Kansas City has so much meaning when it comes to Negro League Baseball. What has it been like to wear that name on the front of the jersey and represent all the history that comes with it?
Dude, it's unbelievable, man. Just to be able to represent the Clowns and the history behind it, man, it's been an unbelievable journey, and we look forward to continue to spread joy, spread history, and just have fun with this thing.
Banana Ball has made multiple stops in the heart of America. Do you see why this Kansas City crowd has been electric? It's last night, and it seems like they're ready for tonight as well.
Oh, dude, Banana Ball is just unbelievable, man. I mean, it's hard not to come out here and just be blessed and have fun and just wake up every single day knowing that you get to come out here and do a job like this every single day.
It's been amazing to watch the Clowns have fun. We'll see if they can go for their first sweep in franchise history. Guys, back to you.
Thank you very much, Rex. Always awesome to get to hear from Eric Fox, who is an assistant coach under Tyler Gillam's tutelage for 5 years of college summer baseball. This is his 2nd year in Banana Ball. As you get a look at what this banner weekend for Banana Ball has looked like, starting with that wild 5-3 Tailgaters win on Thursday night. Nick Lopez, 2-run Oppo Taco to walk it off in Corpus Christi. And then it ended up being a series split at the Worldwide of Sports in Orlando between the Coconuts and Party Animals, while the Firefighters able to salvage the series. They were winners after 2 rounds of showdowns last night in Corpus Christi.
And it was a trio of second-year firefighters who all played hero. You had showdown strikeouts from Javon Ray and Johnny Hummel, and then Dalton Cornett, a seasoned Banana Ball veteran, had that big knock in showdowns round 2 for the Firefighters to help propel them and avoid that sweep in Corpus Christi.
What a special home run from Lamar Sparks earlier in that ball game as well. One of the cooler moments this year. We are getting oh so close to first pitch. We'll be right back.
Will arise. A one-on-one of ages with the fielder on the side. Number 4, we don't bunt, we start hitting from the jump. If you do it, you can leave. Get ejected, call the ump. Number 5, here we like to keep up the pace. You better keep in mind a batter can't steal the first base. Number 6, ain't no walks in Banana Ball. We sprint on ball, 4 to all, not fielders touch the ball. And 7, a batter can't step out of that box. If he does, it's a strike. He paid the cost. And number 8, no visits to the mound allowed. And if we catch you slipping, we might throw you out. And number 9, each team is allowed to challenge one umpire, call if things feel unbalanced. And yes, even you get to join in on the fun. The fans get a challenge too. Now ain't that something? Number 10, the one and only golden batter. He can hit it any spot, and it ain't nobody batter. And 11, if a fan catches a foul ball, listen out, that's all. The rules of Banana Ball.
Give it up for our infield host, Brandon! And now fans, direct your attention right down here on the concourse and welcome Jarius and the cast of your Indianapolis Clowns!
Oh, yeah! Come on! Coming to you on a dusty road. Good loving, I got a bus load. And when you see us, we got a show. So get on your feet, 'cause here we go. We're a so bad. We're a so bad. Come on. We're a so bad. We're a so bad. Come on.
Kansas City, if you
Yeah,
want to
bring it,
breathe,
Joe.
let me hear
the Clowns win, and we're making it better. Every time we
Let me
play,
hear you make some noise.
we can groove it and make it break and sweat. So don't you leave, we ain't done yet. We're a soul band. We're a soul band. Come on. We're a soul band. We're a soul band. Woo! Hey! Soul band. Yeah, we're a soul band.
Welcome back to Banana Ball Live on the CW. May has not been a very kind month to the Savannah Bananas. They are 4-6 across the last 30 days, but it has been a pretty sturdy month for Super Reese Alexiadis. For more, let's check back in with Rex Castile, who grabbed Super Reese a couple minutes ago.
With a giant crown in the sky here at Kauffman Stadium, we had to talk to the future king of the Pirates, Super Reese Alexiadis, my friend, the right fielder extraordinaire. Hey, look, what about the energy here in Kansas City? Every time the Bananas come here, it always seems like they bring the energy, blow the roof off the top of this place. What was it like last night?
It was incredible. I don't know what it is about Kansas City, but they bring it, the energy every night. Last year they brought it. I was excited to come back, and I mean, last night was just incredible.
The Nanners as the visitor last night, but what an incredible show as the Indianapolis Clowns, their first Major League headliner series. What was it like to be part of that night and see that history with the guys across the diamond?
Yeah, it was awesome. I love baseball, so went to the Negro Leagues Museum last year, and then being able to go a few days ago and really get a full, in-depth history of it was incredible. The show was phenomenal, and they honored all the former Negro League players so well, so it was great.
Now the Nanners, of course, hunting for a win, but there's a rumor that the One Piece may be back there in the fountains. Did you hear anything about that?
Yeah, I was trying to get in there, but they stopped me, so might have to go mid-game and go take a look.
See, it's an important hunt right there, so at this time, the future king of the Pirates has got to go where he's got to go. Good luck tonight. Super Reese and the Bananas looking for another win. Let's send it back to you guys in the booth.
And we'll see if they can come through. Rex, appreciate you, my friend. Moonwalking saxophone players and so much more when you get yourself an Indianapolis Clowns headliner game. When we come back, we're going to get their starting lineup with Banana Ball here on the CW.
Tricks, flips, and circus kicks. He's a former WWE 24/7 champion. Give it up for our acrobatic coach, Sidney. He's our time-traveling ball player here in Clowntown, coming to you from the year 1959. Give it up for Fisher Polydora.
He is the world's strongest banana, the king of potassium. He is Split! And the best one to ever do it, our dancing first and third base coach, Maceo!
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your cast of the Indianapolis Clowns and your Savannah Bananas.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast is ready. The players are ready. But now it is time for you, the fans, to get ready. So I need everybody on your feet. All 37,000 of you guys on your feet. And please help me in welcoming 6 or 7-year-old Margie Moo. Okay, Margie Moo, it is time for the fan warm-up. So whatever you do, all 37,000 of them have to do. Are you ready?
Yes.
Girl, I said, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's hit it.
We are now less than 10 minutes from first pitch between the Savannah Bananas and the Indianapolis Clowns. The conclusion of this two-game set. Indy 3-1 winners an evening ago, which brings them to 10-15 on the year, 5.5 games back of the first place Bananas at 15-9, pacing this inaugural season of the Banana Ball Championship League. But I'll tell you what, when it comes to the Clowns, only a game and a half back of the Party Animals, currently holding that final spot when it comes to making the Banana Ball playoffs.
And we're talking about right now possibly the hottest team in the BBCL. Going back to last Saturday, it's 3 wins in a row. And guys, this is crucial for the team up there at the top, the Savannah Bananas. Tailgaters already took the series this weekend.
Yeah, but luckily the Bananas were helped out by the Firefighters, securing that win last night against Texas. It still keeps them a game up, and even if they come away being swept by the Clowns, they'll still be a half game better than the Texas Tailgaters. So that definitely helps the Savannah Bananas, but hunting that win behind their ace in Austin Drury.
I'll tell you what, time flies when you're having fun. You blink, and we've already had 77 games in this inaugural season of the BBCL. I'll also tell you what, we like to get excited for that, and we'll get it on down to Jarius.
On the field, they built this. And today, Kansas City, it is your job. Kansas City. No, that's not good enough. I said Kansas City! After 37 years, the original baseball circus is back and the show starts now!
Kansas City! It's time to make the starting lineup for your Indianapolis Clowns! He's the outlaw in the outfield. Center fielder number 3, Cowboy Joe Gray Jr. He's a 2-time World Series champion and 1-time elementary school spelling bee champion. Designated hitter number 19, Jackie Bradley Jr. A man of few words, but a whole lot of trick plays. Shortstop number 7, Bobby Leday. There's a party in the back, but all business on the ball field. Your extra hitter, number 22, Joe Lido. In left field, bringing beats and bebop to the ballpark. Number 44, Splash, Dale Francis Jr. Kansas City, it's prime time. At first base, number 11, Kirill Prime. He's our golden boy from the Golden State. Third baseman, number 16, Eli Payton. The pride of PA, but he wants to beat him today. Right fielder, number 12, Nico Holsheiser. He's behind the plate, catching everything from pitches to ladies. Number 9, Chris Burgess. He's got the looks, the ladies, and a launch angle. Second baseman, number 2, Jalen Deuce Vasquez. And your designated runner, Malachi Flash the Kid Mitchell.
Yeah, he's the one right here, baby.
On the bump, he's wheeling and dealing, styling and profiling. Number 8, Brad Madden. And the ringmasters of the original baseball circus, Eric Foxy Fox, Willie Orwoni Carter, and Tony Big Tone Voiro.
Well, we've got the starting 10 for the hottest lineup in Banana Ball. When we come back, we'll find out the lineup for the Savannah Bananas, and we'll get first pitch of this finale from KC.
Joining us this afternoon, please welcome Ashley Trotter.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Kauffman Stadium, one more time for Ashley Trotter. Fans, give it up for the Savannah Bananas and your Indianapolis Clowns!
Welcome back to Banana Ball live on the CW. The Indianapolis Clowns looking for their first ever sweep of the Savannah Bananas. On the other side of the coin, the Bananas hoping to keep it at just one sweep against them here in this first year of the Banana Ball Championship League. It's the top team in the sport against the current squad holding down 6th place as we welcome you back inside the booth with Josh Talevsky and Cam Stewart. I am Biko Scala. And what a matchup we have this afternoon. The Clowns have won 3 straight games. Now they turn to Brett Maddock to try and earn this sweep.
Yeah, and Maddock is a guy who's been up and down a little bit this season. Sorry, I don't want to get away with doing that too much. But the pitching has been a little underrated by the Clowns the last couple weeks. But the defense last night was what really impressed me and I think shocked us all here at Kauffman Stadium. They came into this series last in trick plays, and all they did was turn 14 last night. Guys, that's as many as they had in the 3-game series combined last weekend in Tacoma. Bobby Leday leads the way for them. Of course, Correll Prime with a ton of opportunities. He's second on the team, but you got a lot from the outfield as well.
Well, you saw a trio of trick plays from Eli Payton at third base, which led the team. And then Brian Dansrow had one in left field last night. He is serving as the designated fielder throughout the game today. So you will see him in left now in back-to-back contests.
Yeah, Dale Francis Jr. is the left fielder on the lineup card. I would be pretty shocked if we saw the slugger out in left here this afternoon. As you get to look at the numbers for the Banana Ball rookie, Mr. Brett Maddock, originally from the Golden State, but a guy who started and ended his college career in Kansas. He was an ER nurse a couple hours down the road in Wichita. This is a really special start for him.
Yeah, and he was really good in his final 2 seasons at Kansas Wesleyan. 35 starts, and 8 of them were complete games. In 2025, Maddock was named to the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference first team, and he's looking for strong results here today.
And now you see the Savannah Bananas starting lineup. The Dr. D.R. Meadows at the top as per usual. Robert Anthony Cruz elevated a spot. KJ Kyle Jackson elevated 2 spots. Dan Oberst cleaning it up. Then it's Leroy Alexiadis, MJG, Cox, Hosley, and Olsen, as we will toss it down to the field to Brandon to get this thing going.
Kansas City. When the Clowns disappeared, they could have very well stayed that way. Disappeared and gone forever. But thanks to the help of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum right here in Kansas City, their story lives on. In Kansas City, their story will continue to live on and create millions of fans around the world. And nobody is more deserving of high praise for keeping that story alive than but one man. So Kansas City, here tonight to help us start the clock. Please get up out of your seats and let's give it up for the president of the Negro League National Baseball Museum, Bob Kendrick.
What's up, Kansas City? On behalf of all of us at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, and in memory of my friend, the late, great Buck O'Neil, we welcome you to Banana Ball. And now it is my honor to get ready to play ball. So I'm going to need your help. You ready? You didn't sound like you were ready. Are you ready? All right, on the count of three, count it off with me, and we're going to do play ball. 1, 2, 3, play ball!
Over 38,000 fans join Bob Kendrick in starting the clock here in the K, home of the Kansas City Royals, Kauffman Stadium. The 4th ever Banana Ball game played here in the wonderful home of the Royals, and Brent Maddock pours a strike in to DR Meadows to get us underway. Couple hops to Ledea at short, between the legs, plenty of time across the diamond. And this afternoon starts exactly how last night began. Ledea trick play, the team leader, to get us going.
Yeah, we talked about how it was a franchise high for the Indianapolis Clowns. 14 trick plays in yesterday's contest. In fact, guys, the last time they turned double digits was actually 12, which was in the open against the Savannah Bananas. So something about seeing the boys in yellow makes them say, hey, we got to play some fun and flashy defense.
Well, again, just 6 hits last night for the Bananas. A lot of it was just soft contact that the Clowns pitching was able to induce, starting with Daniel Foster. And now today, Brent Maddock trying to follow suit as he's got a 1-1 count on Robert Anthony Cruz.
Soft contact right on cue. Correll Prime will flip it behind the back, able to juggle it and step on first just in time to take care of the hustling Rack.
And Josh, I think to go off that point with the soft contact, in last night's game, we mentioned it in the open, Eli Payton led the way with 3 trick plays. It's not all that easy for a third baseman with that long throw across the diamond to lead his team in trick plays, even though they do get opportunities.
KJ trying to jumpstart the offense with 2 outs. Kyle Jackson here in his 2nd full tour, 3rd year in Banana Ball after he was on the Visitors. Banana Ball's developmental team in 2024, finishing up that season with the Bananas, giving the fans an opportunity in the 2nd deck. They give KJ another life. Only 1 foul ball caught by the fans last night. It went against Brian Cox in the 7th inning. As that gets the top of the zone. Late strike call from Andrew Gerard, home plate umpire. And a great stop by Chris Burgess, the showman of the game last night. Behind the dish once again. Not too often you see a guy behind the plate, day game after a night game.
That's tough, Pico. That's a tough one. That's a tough assignment.
Swing and a miss. Fastball right by KJ. And Brent Maddock, a 1-2-3 start to his afternoon.
And efficient work for Brent Maddock as well. 2 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock to start the rookie right-hander's afternoon. And how about that? Doing a little flossing to celebrate that punch out.
Assistant coach Tony Boiro was flossing coming out of the dugout. Looks like Maddock got some inspiration from him. Here's how the Bananas line it up defensively. Left to right in their outfield, it's Rack, DR, and Alexiadis. Third to first in the infield, KJ Cox, Olsen, and MJG. Leroy behind the plate, doing the same thing as Burgess, catching in the day game after the night game. And Alex Ziegler, the designated fielder, will be starting the game at first base.
And the Bananas have got to be hoping they'll get similar things from what they got from Drury last weekend in Knoxville, Tennessee. It was Drury on the mound who induced 11 trick plays in his start against the Texas Tailgaters, as the Bananas will try and earn the equalizer point. The visiting team has more trick plays than the home team going into that final inning. They get an additional point.
And as always, the trick play number for the glove magician, Ryan Cox, stands out. Those 51 trick plays, fourth most in the sport here in his 5th year as a Banana Ball player. In the middle of it all, Austin Drury, the number 4 overall draft pick, the Bananas' first-round selection. And he has lived up to the billing, a team-high 35 2/3 innings pitched, and those 38 strikeouts, third most in the tour, only behind Brett Sanchez and Mr. Clark for the Tailgaters.
And you see 38 strikeouts for Austin Drury right now in the top 5 amongst all Banana Ball pitchers. AD has made 2 career starts against the Clowns, 1 in the regular season, 1 in the Open. He has won each of those games.
And here's the scorching hot Clowns lineup. Gray at the top, then JBJ, Leday, Lytle cleaning it up. Still hitting above 400. Those batting averages from Bradley Jr. and Lytle, respectively 3rd and 2nd most on the tour. Then Dale Francis Jr., your defending player of the week. Prime, Peyton, Holsizer, Burgess, and Vasquez to round it out.
And it's the guys batting 2 and 3 in this order who have both taken Austin Drury deep this season. Leday tagged him in that Banana Ball Open, and Jackie Bradley Jr., first AB against AD in Anaheim, left the yard out to left center field.
This is as dangerous a lineup as they come. Joe Gray Jr. homers in 4 of his last 5 weekends, guys. He's gonna need to tattoo one out of the ballpark to keep that streak going today.
And 2 leadoff pops as well for Gray.
Doesn't take him long.
No, it does not. Didn't take him long yesterday as he smashes this deep down the left field line. And that will be a foul home run. Only counts for a strike in Banana Ball.
Was Joe Gray Jr. ready to swing today?
He had a flare single up the middle to start the bottom of the 1st inning last night. 1 for 3 with a sprint on the contest. And did a streak of 3 straight games with a long ball. And now a 2-2 count. Former Dodgers minor leaguer on the mound. Former Brewers and Royals farmhand in the box. Loud contact, Rack in pursuit. He can't get there. As Gray will trot into second, stand up double, and that is your inning-winning run in scoring position.
Joe Gray Jr. didn't like that he only got a bloop single last night after that loud weekend in Tacoma. Sends that one for a ride after the loud foul earlier in the at-bat. We said it, he's ready to swing.
And you see right there, his 5th double in May, 2nd most in the league.
What a hand for JBJ. His last major league stop, Kauffman Stadium, site of his last major league home run. Sporting the old Ted Williams 1941 average right there. A crisp 406, double last night.
And JBJ, just like, what do we got going on here? Time is called, and okay, the ball is just going to be stolen by our director of entertainment, Zach Frangelo. Yeah, JBJ, just like Ted Williams, spent the majority of his MLB career in the Red Sox uniform. But Jackie finished up 2023 right here in Kauffman, Kansas City Royals. Well-earned standing ovation for the 11-year big leaguer.
And 2 more World Series titles than Ted Williams ever had, Nico.
Oh, that hurts. Well, my grandpa Larry Scallon not happy to be reminded of that fact. Although thrilled about the 4 World Series championships that have come here in the 21st century, that's for sure.
My grandfather's looking down and probably thinking the same thing, Nico.
Another 1-2 from Drury. Swing and a miss. Fastball blown by JBJ. Big first out for the Nanners.
Yeah, and that's what Helps out when you have Austin Drury on the pitcher's mound. Again, we talked about top 5 in banana ball right now in strikeouts. With guys in scoring position, 80 can dial up that swing and miss stuff. But Bobby Leday dribbles this one into center field, and Coach Fox will wave in Joe Gray Jr. sliding in safely. The Clowns open up the ball game, 3 batters in, and already up a point on the Nanners.
Kansas City, you know the drill. Shortstop, number 7, Bobby, but his last name's Leday, baby.
Second walk-off on the year for the Clowns shortstop. And I'll tell you what, a guy I had at the top of my infielder list going into the draft. He made it all the way to pick number 10 in the second round. And he has paid dividends for Eric Fox and company. Great to see Peanuts getting in on the walk-off celebration.
Peanuts can cut a rug. Who says a mascot can't let it loose? When you lead the team in ship, like we talked about last night, you get that opportunity.
Another look at the walk-off, chopper right back up the chute. Meadows has a fantastic arm, and he showed it off right there. Perfect strike to Leroy at the dish, but too much speed from Joe Gray Jr. as he gets to dance with Peanuts and the boys. 1-0 Clowns lead 1 inning in. It was the exact opposite last night. A Dan Oberst solo home run got the Bananas off to a hot start. It would end up being the only point they scored. Clowns 3 unanswered to take it 3-1.
And it's funny, we've talked so much about the long ball and the hard hit balls. Of course, you get one from Joe Gray Jr. in that inning, but that's just kind of a C&I single right up the middle from Bobby Leday, who's got some pop himself, team leader in doubles. And that's how the Clowns just keep that line moving and keep winning these innings.
And you see the effect of quick walk-offs in trying to negate the Bananas earning the equalizer point. Only able to record 1 out there in the first inning, coming via an Austin Drury strikeout from there. Bananas, no defensive chances to try and earn a trick play there. So the Clowns up early, 2-0 in that department.
Best defense is a good offense, something like that, right?
I've heard that a time or two. Breaking ball gets the top of the zone to jump ahead of Dan Oberst, the aforementioned home run hitter last night in the first, who had been talking about how tough it is to leave the yard here in Kauffman. One of 4 home run hitters last night with Leroy, Holsizer, and Burgess.
And none of them went to right field, which is where they've notably kind of moved the fences in with the bullpen. One of the bullpens.
Right, all 4 home runs coming from righties, yanked to left. 2-2 coming to the Nanners, team leader in hitting, .391 batting average, and Maddock back-to-back punch-outs on the fastball. He only sits about 88 to 90 with the gas, but it sneaks up on you, especially with the deceptive changeup, slider, and curve he's got in his back pocket.
Well, I'll tell you what makes this kind of an advantage for Brett Maddock and the Clowns. The Bananas only faced him once in Anaheim. Maddock just faced 4 batters, had a pretty quick and easy inning, a scoreless frame, and now still has the benefit of a team that really has no experience against this youngster.
Bill Leroy, the solo home run in the second inning as the second batter last night.
And I wonder how important that point is from Josh early in a ball game. I guess we'll revisit.
We will. Long run for Brian Dancer, the designated fielder. Oh, nearly pulls off a fantastic tornado catch in foul territory.
My man Dancero really wanted me to get that point out there. You know, Josh and I, we'd love to get up to 88. Pico, I know you're hitting triple digits, but a lot of these guys, they're seeing legit fastballs into the mid-90s every night in the BBCL World Tour. And so when you get someone like Maddock, who has been working on his control, it's 88, but it's pinpoint, and that's early in the game, and you haven't seen him yet, that could get you just a little bit off balance.
Just on the other side of the coin, you've got Austin Drury. He sits 92 to 94. It was double strikeout single, walked it off on him. Velocity is not the all-important metric when it comes to pitching, and you see the movement on the fastball for Maddock as well, as he evens up the count and then slows Bill Leroy down. Leday between the legs. Over to first in time. And the Clowns up to 3 trick plays. Bananas yet to get one. Talked about it on the pregame show. Franchise record 14 trick plays last night for Indy.
And I'll tell you what, it's all been strikeouts and little grounders from Brett Maddock so far. 5 up, 5 down, and now Reese Alexiadis, who's had a strong month of May, up to the dish trying to do some damage.
Battle between California kids. Maddock out of Oakdale. Alexiadis from Manhattan Beach, and more weak contact. Popped shallow center. Jalen Vasquez and Lede coming together. They both collide, and it ends up falling. Miscommunication between Lede and JV.
What we have right there, gentlemen, is a failure to communicate. And 38,000 people here at the K saw that one coming. I mean, they're both looking for a tip drill, and nobody calls the other off.
And look, the Clowns kind of got away with some things last night. They had 6 combined trick plays missed and errors. They just silenced the Bananas bat so much that it didn't really rear its ugly head too much. Also got clutch hitting from Holzheiser and Burgess that helped a whole lot. Now it's put Brett Maddock in a little bit of a jam as he misses to Max Young-Goldberg.
Little housekeeping. Who gets the trick play missed?
I think it's on JV.
Oh, I was going to say the opposite.
Do I need to be the tiebreaker here?
Well, Josh is the official scorer, so really he trumps us all.
We were on the same page. I had it as a TPME 4,
There you go.
And hey, we talked about the trick plays last night, 14 of them, 4 errors for the Clowns as well. 2 of them led to 3 bases.
And that's going to be a ball 4 sprint for Max Young-Goldberg. Alexiadis scores easily from second, an unearned run against Brett Maddock. Remember in Banana Ball, when you fire 4 balls, all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it is live. So if you've got a runner in scoring position, they're going to come home.
And that just cost them a run. That failure to communicate cost them a run.
MJG, his team leading 21st ball 4 sprint of the year, his 2nd of the series. And something special. Ryan Cox coming to the dish.
Coming in as a designated runner, number 22.
That's a lot to run with.
Little Rapunzel action there.
I thought JT was switching teams when he brought out all those brooms.
Oh, Clowns hunting the sweep. I see what you did there. Yeah, you usually don't see the team trying to fend off the sweep, breaking out the brooms.
But look, the show must go on, all right? We were blessed with that.
And son of a gun, Sokolov, the Bananas rookie, is... Okay, no, he finally got rid of the wig. So he spent 1 pitch on the base paths with it on, and a good pickoff from Maddock. JT back just ahead of the tag from Prime. 4 stolen bases in 7 tries to start his Banana Ball career, as Ryan Cox loops this to right center. Nice running snag. Joe Gray Jr. puts an end to the top of the 2nd. But the Bananas capitalize on a trick play missed from the Clowns. They push their first run across and have a chance to turn that into their first point of the game when we come back.
All right, I got my Austin Drury's.
Well, Brandon, it's Princess Potasio over here on the third base side, representing on third base and left field, which I like to call the Royal Section.
Yeah. Whatever, Potasio. You know what? I think it's about high time that we kick this off side versus side. Let's do it, DJ. Play that track. All right. Y'all got it.
And the first point goes to the first base and right field tie.
I won a run.
And the second point goes.
Time to put the spotlight on the fans with the Go Bananas fan cam brought to you by Minions and Monsters. And I'll tell you what, looks like some Bananas super fans have taken over the fan cam. It's the Minions themselves. See Minions and Monsters only in theaters on July 1st. It's gonna be bananas. There they are. Better late than never.
You know, people have been saying it, Cam. You might not know this. That's going to be the Chinatown for our generation.
I've heard that, you know? I started hearing that this weekend. Relax, Jake.
Filmwar is making a comeback.
It's just Minionville.
I've heard there's a Minion that does a great Jack Nicholson impersonation. Right back up the chute, Joe Lytle. Stay scorching hot, my friend. Team leader coming in, hitting .408, second best batting average in the sport. Team high .492 on base percentage. Both of them will add a couple ticks as his good buddy Malachi Mitchell takes over for him at first.
And I found out this weekend, guys, Malachi, Flash the Kid, takes him 15 minutes to get all the wristbands and all the necklaces on. So it's a process for him to get ready to be, you know, just the best base runner in the history of the league.
Alex Ziegler has trouble with the pickoff attempt from Austin Drury. Good ricochet to Alexiadis, so Mitchell only gets an extra 90. That looked like a pretty good pickoff. What are your thoughts on this one, Josh? We get another look right here.
Just looks a little out of Ziegler's reach on first look for that replay. I think that's an E1 on Austin Drury.
First error in his banana ball career as this one goes up to the third deck, bobbled by a fan, had it right in the bread basket. Came up empty. Dale Francis Jr., 1 for 3, a run scored last night. Tries to hold up, did he? No, he went around. Crew chief Trey Hudson confirms.
Hey guys, I got a little game for you with Austin Drury, one of the best rookies in the league here. We're all South Park fans. Real quick, Austin Drury, older or younger than South Park?
Younger.
Older.
You're both wrong. August 13th, 1997,
Oh my gosh.
the same day that South Park premiered. We can't say the name of that episode on this family broadcast,
Right.
but the same day.
Something probes, right?
Something in that ballpark, yes. Of course,
South?
we get the Austin Drury birthday fact on Noah Nisnick's birthday.
Yeah,
it's
happy
almost
birthday.
unfair.
Happy birthday, Niz Nasty.
The people on YouTube are ready for that, but
Gotta check the chat. Crow Prime behind 1 and 2. Pair of knocks last night. They came in 2-inning wins for the Clowns. Prime came around to score on the homers from Holsizer and Burgess. Two. Swing and a miss. Nasty bender there from Drury for his third punchy.
Yeah, it's great to see from Austin Drury after the single and his own error putting Malachi Mitchell in scoring position, able to bear down, get the strikeouts of Francis and Prime. Now he's got the matchup advantage against a left-handed bat in Eli Payton.
Slaughter misses wide. Payton 0 for 3 last night, but what a first tour he's having, hitting .337, as you can see right there, and he slaps this the opposite way. Flash is going to try and score a bobble from Cruz, and that will tie the inning. Eli Payton in the clutch. Denies the Bananas the point they could have earned here in the second.
And you're talking about, obviously, Banana Ball's all-time leader in runs, chugging around third base. Maybe you do hold that ball just a little bit, thinking, I got to get the perfect throw in here. But that is perfect Eli Payton, what we have seen all season long. He puts a lot of balls in play, and he uses all parts of the field.
And how about the talents of Amadou Diallo? I could do that, folks. Mentioned it in Angel Stadium. It certainly bears repeating. You have to check out Lastic Boys on Instagram. It's the account he shares with his twin brother, Al Hassan. Over 400,000 followers. Mind-boggling content, if you could believe it. Hole sizer over our heads up to the third deck. Big league foul ball, not caught by the fans. A big league blast last night. Home run, 2-ball, 4 sprints. He turned that second inning upside down. Clowns came in trailing, ended up earning their first point of the ball game.
3 homers and 10 RBI in his last 4 games for Holsizer.
Is that good?
I've heard it's good. The ball 4 sprints were pretty good too. No one could get him out last night.
And he saw that curveball very well. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Payton, the inning-winning run leading off first. Swing and a miss. Tight slider as Drury picks up a trio of strikeouts in the frame. 4 now on the afternoon. But the Clowns capitalize on the Drury error. And we'll get it on down to the field for the Kansas City Cheeks.
You are the home of the Chiefs. But here in Clowntown, this is the home of the Chiefs. I got 3 guys here with me who are about to shake what their mama gave them. And you, the fans, will decide who did it best. This one is called Kansas City Cheeks. First up, Julian. DJ, hit it. Come on, shake it. Make that booty work. All right, second up, we got Drayden. DJ, hit it. Shake it. Make that booty work, boy. Come on. Low. All right. And we got Mitch. DJ, give it to me. Come on. Oh, he takes the shirt off. Now make that booty work. Come on. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. All right. Now it is time for you, the fans, to decide our winner. Was it Julian? Was it Drayden? Or was it Mitch? Thank you guys for tuning in to Kansas City Chiefs. Come on.
I'll tell you what, Jarius, it was really our honor to tune in to Kansas City Cheeks. Heck of a competition. Danny Hosley, something special to start the third. And for the first time in Banana Ball history, Danny Hosley does a Bruno Mars lip sync. You like that one, Josh? The top of the third underway. Brett Maddock out for a 3rd inning of work. The most he's gone this year is 2 1/3. Oh, Hosley, good, oh, right over Josh's head. I thought he had a shot at it. And Joe Gray Jr., welcome to the broadcast. How excited would you have been to see a foul out to Josh Talevsky in the booth?
Boy, I'll run out this field. You do that, I'll run out the field.
Oh my goodness, Chadwick right in the booth next to us.
Come on out, come on out.
I thought our producer had a shot at it. Just out of his reach. Got a great wingspan too. And Hosley just barely gets a piece of that. Joe, after you spent the first 6 years of your minor league career in the Brewers system, the Royals grabbed you with the first minor league pick in the Rule 5 draft. As we'll pause for a Brett Maddock behind-the-back trick play. And now you get to play in Kauffman Stadium, of course, the big league, home of the Royals. How special has this weekend been for you?
You know, this is speaking from the little kid in me. And something my dad has always helped me understand, but really made me understand with the last, couple years of my career, is that sometimes you got it.
Nice piece of hitting, Jackson Olsen, a one-out double.
But there's different paths to get to the mountaintop, man. And you make, especially with baseball, you make your career what you want your career to be and how you want to define it. Don't let nobody else define it. So this is a good part of my career, man. To be able to get in this stadium, I was in his organization, and to play on this field, I said it's a mountaintop moment. Just a different way to get there.
Payton sails the throw to first. So Meadows will reach on the E5. That's the first error in Eli Payton's banana ball career.
That's a trick play missed. He tried to throw that behind his back. That's one of Payton's preferred trick plays, one that he really feels pays homage to the Clowns and the way in which they played ball during their time in the Negro Leagues. But little too aggressive of a trick play send, especially with Olsen in scoring position.
Joe, you guys, your bats went nuclear in Tacoma last weekend. You continued the trend last night. And I know this is tough timing after the trick play miss, but you guys have been great defensively. The 14 trick plays last night, getting some good pitching. How has the hitting led to overall confidence on this team?
It's just being understanding that, not necessarily get comfortable, but okay, don't panic. It's the first few weeks, I feel like we were hitting a panic button in situations that all thing we got to do. Oh man. See, banana ball.
Yep, just a perfectly placed chopper. Rack somehow got it over the leap of 6'5", Carell Prime at first. And he'll grab his second RBI of the weekend.
Ty Jackson.
How about this cat, huh? What do you got on Ty Jackson, Joe?
I love Ty, but Ty is Ty. That's the best thing I can say. Ty's an amazing man, and he does his thing. he does his thing for sure. Yeah, but he's dope, bro. He's the person to be around. Very high energy, never changes. And that's called being a genuine person.
Now, speaking of energy, Joe, what does the energy look like to you and all of your Clowns teammates? You got your first headline series in Victory Field in Indianapolis a couple weekends ago. What about the reception you've gotten here in KC as well?
Oh, I mean, the biggest thing is, man, everybody is supporting us, So it's easy to go out there, play with energy when you got people who want to see the story behind our team really come true. So it's just, once again, it's a matter of just understanding that there's weight behind our name. And everywhere we go, man, everybody's been, really excited about the stuff coming about and us, continuing the team in the Indianapolis Clowns, man. So the energy is crazy.
That's exactly what I've seen. And you also get to be the only team in the sport that has an elephant on the roster. What's it been like playing with peanuts?
I mean, we got to stay quiet on who he is. But let me tell you something, man. The guy under this suit, Peanuts, he's an amazing guy. And I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of people don't understand how hard it is to pitch with that on, but also with gloves. You know, like this guy used to throw. He still throw cheese, but he used to throw cheese. And the reason why doesn't come out as hard as he used to throw is because he got gloves on. So trust me, you know, it's amazing. He can actually pitch, bro. I wish he was on our regular staff. You know, just good numbers.
Joe, I could have sworn Peanuts was a real elephant, man.
Oh yeah, he's a real elephant. Got a trunk
Now,
on.
have you happened to take any live ABs against him in any practices?
Yeah, nah, look, unfortunately, you know, this is my boy, but I got to hit off of him. You know, he ain't did me dirty. He done did some people dirty, I tell you that. He didn't get me though.
I'll tell you what, he's giving you an opportunity.
No, gotta get out this inning, boys. Gotta get out this inning.
No doubt, no funny business. That's good banana ball feel from you, Joe Gray Jr. Thank you so much for joining us.
You know, it's always a pleasure.
We appreciate you, Joe. Best of luck the rest of the way today.
See y'all.
Goodbye, Joe, and hello to our Bananas Foster family of the game.
Please welcome to the field, Chrissy Sloss.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. Look around, that's enough to fill Kauffman Stadium over 10 times the number of children currently experiencing care. To raise awareness and support this community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating the foster care community while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we get to celebrate the Ayers family. After experiencing foster care herself, Jill knew that she wanted to be a mom to other kiddos in need of one. And so 24 years ago, she opened her home as a single foster mom. She's gone even further and co-founded a nonprofit dedicated to recruiting and training other foster families in their community. In the last 24 years, she has welcomed over 300 children and teens into her home and adopted 5 into her family. Fans, please join me in celebrating this incredible family for making a difference right here in your community.
Another massive shout out to Jill Harris, a superhero in the foster care community here in Kansas City.
Now, fans, we're going to send it up to the Banana Band and Barnstorm Brass.
And I'll tell you what, YouTube, it's just us. For the first time today, we get to chat just with you.
Good day, YouTube. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday afternoon.
Cam, what do you have to say to YouTube?
I love you, YouTube.
Me too, yeah.
Great opening statement.
YouTube, when you came into my life, I didn't go to work for like 3 weeks.
I was a broken man before YouTube.
YouTube has shown me the light through a gray sky.
Oh, and the hellos from the chat are pouring in. Okay, we're about to have to come back for commercials, so we'll chat privately in the near future. The Banana Band blasting away in front of over 38,000 fans here in Kauffman Stadium, home of the Kansas City Royals. We go to the bottom of the third inning. The Indianapolis Clowns, the winners last night, lead 1-0. But the Bananas, for a second straight inning, have a run on the board. They're trying to claim that first point, which has been a bugaboo for them as of late.
Yeah, they've scored in 5 separate innings here this weekend so far, but they have only been able to hold the inning lead once. And the Bananas enter today with a league-worst 60.5 hold success rate. It's a key reason why they're just 5-6 playing as the away team. This pitching staff has really struggled to hold up the leads in which they've been given.
Chris Burgess fouls a fastball straight off the mask of his counterpart.
And speaking of a guy who can erase a lead, we remember that in the 7th inning. Last night, 2 on the board in the top half for the Bananas. Chris Burgess, this man, hit the 3-run jack, walked it off, and gave us our final score of 3-1.
With 2 outs, too, as clutch as they come.
Huge flip, huge flip. Could have been 2-2. Instead, 3-1, and then that's the ball game.
3-1 count on the ever-dangerous former Baltimore Orioles minor leaguer. 3 years in their system, 4 years of pro ball after that. Cox fielded between the legs, 360 in plenty of time. And it took us to the home half of the 3rd, but the Bananas have their first trick play.
Yeah, that's great to see from the glove magician. Nice little fielded between the legs, 360 spin. Ideally, you get a double trick play there from Alex Ziegler, but the throw taking him to the corner of that first base bag. No double trick play, but now the Bananas with an opportunity as Meadows tips to Rack, and he snags that one behind his back. All of a sudden, 2 outs and 3 trick plays on the board for the Bananas here in the bottom of the 3rd.
There's your double trick play.
You talk about the Bananas not winning innings, but we've talked about the equalizer point quite a bit this weekend. That's a step in the right direction, this half inning right here. And it's not even done yet.
Big swing and a miss on the slider from Joe Gray Jr. back at the top of the order. Single his first time.
Friend of the broadcast, Joe Gray Jr.
Fresh off the mic. That one is going to be another knock for the kid out of Carson, Mississippi. So make it 2 for 2 on the day, 3 for 5 on the weekend. And that's after he went 5 for 15, 3 homers, 2 doubles last week. Monet Davis, what do you got for us? What a star-studded walk-up.
Is there another walk-off in the script? That was a little music joke for you.
They talk about the script in that song?
I don't know.
What are this? You guys talking about some like 70s music?
I told you I had to introduce Fisher Polydorov to disco this weekend. That was a tough thing to do, so I'm off 70s music for the weekend.
80s? I mean, what am I missing here? Is Fleetwood Mac?
The script, like the band.
Oh, I've never heard
the song.
Never heard of them. Okay, off the end of the bat, JBJ giving Olsen some action, and Jackie will catch it. Making a tough play look pretty darn easy. The Bananas claim their first point of the ball game. We are knotted at 1 through 3 innings of play.
And he was a star basketball player as a member of the Harlem Globetrotters.
Where did you learn to handle a ball like that?
I just want to tell you thank you for doing what you're doing.
Oh man, my pleasure.
You know, watching that video over there, I don't know how many times I've watched it. And you know, that's kind of where I draw all my inspiration being a pitcher. You know, I got a pitch named the Goose Tatum.
Yeah.
So you know, when he sticks it under here and kicks it. So I kind of put my own spin on it.
Legendary.
This Tuesday on NXT, the men's championship is on the line, and reigning champ Tony D will do whatever it takes to keep it. Tune in for what is sure to be a ruthless, hard-hitting, non-stop showdown. WWE NXT, Tuesday at 8/7 Central, right here on the CW. We kick off our fourth inning of action, and a banana ball legend wheeled out to the mound. It is the one and only former Savannah Banana, former firefighter, current real-life firefighter in Oklahoma City, Mr. Matt Wolf.
He comes in, rodeo clown kind of family, the trick pitch master. He says he's got about 20 of them in his bag. They call him the logo. He sometimes has suspender malfunctions, but he gets batters out.
Oh, backflip catch, Brian Dancero! Welcome to the Backflip Catch Club!
Are you kidding me? Brian Dancero!
Brian Dancer, whoa! Oh my goodness! Off balance, and yet he pretty much stunts the landing there for the Indianapolis Clowns. That had everybody in Kauffman Stadium taking a collective gasp. What an incredible play!
Banana ball.
Wow. Wow.
Are you not entertained?
That's why he's your designated fielder.
Alexiadis slaps this the other way. And has his first hit of the series.
Oh, what is this, guys? I see some action in the barrel. Is that Ty Jackson?
Surprise guest in the barrel.
What in the world?
And how about Wolf throws the rosin bag over to Prime at first, dekes out Alexiadis, but misses the zone with the fastball to Max Young Goldberg. .360. Pop to the left side. Brian Dancero, how the heck do you top your last one? Oh, twisting behind the back. You betcha. Dancero putting on a show in left.
And all of the trick plays have been pretty high level of difficulty for Brian Dancero. His third of the series, 2 of them behind the back grabs like you just saw, and also the backflip catch that started this 4th inning.
Brian Dancero making a name for himself out there in the field. And he's done it this season, guys. Oh, suspender malfunction.
Yep, Matt Wolf drops Trow. Misses the zone, 1-0 count on Ryan Cox.
Dancero's had a couple web gems out there that weren't even trick plays. They were just gorgeous ball plays. And he's doing it all right now.
He's a favorite of teammate Correll Prime. He sings Brian Dancero's praises as this one's hit over to the left side. Lede will field and fire across the diamond in time to gun down Ryan Cox. 3 trick plays in the frame for the Indianapolis Clowns, and Wolfie with the 2-minute and 27-second inning. Clowns will see if they can get the lead when we come back.
To a little, hey, baby! are amazing.
Over 38,000 fans out of their seats, moving it and grooving it. Here in Kansas City, Missouri, the finale of this two-game set between the headlining home squad, the Indianapolis Clowns, versus the namesake of the sport, the Savannah Bananas. We're currently knotted in a 1-1 tie. And Bobby Leday, the number 3 hitter for Indy. The reason why the Clowns have a point. Walk-off single to win the first inning. As he gets jammed on this one, Meadows cruising in. It's going to fall perfectly between Cox and DR. And Leday 2 for 2 on the day.
Perfect placement for Bobby Leday. Now multiple hits in this contest. And son of a gun, this guy just keeps on hitting. Up to a 13-game hitting streak for the Indianapolis Clowns. A 19-game on-base streak.
Split looking handsome as always. Nice perch he's got out on the batter's eye. Check swing from Lytle back to Drury. To second for one, Cox. No chance. Lytle runs very well for a guy whose primary position is behind the dish. Another look. That is a trade that the Bananas are thrilled about, even though Lytle runs very well. Leday 11 for 11 on the year in stolen base attempts. It's the most steals in the sport without getting caught. And of course, his teammate Flash pacing all base runners with his 16 swiped bags. As Francis pounds this one into the dirt. KJ between the legs for one. Ziegler behind the back at first. Nanners go around the horn. A double trick play, double play.
And that is a 1 minute and 15-second inning for Austin Drury, the rookie. The fastest of his young career, coming on just 4 pitches.
Kansas City, I want to hear you sing along with us.
Oh, YouTube, it's just us. Hello, everybody. I think we got about 30 seconds until we come back on the CW. Everybody waiting patiently for us. That's the power we have here in BTV land.
YouTube AMA. Just kidding. It's not long enough.
Yeah, we just don't have the time.
I wish.
One day.
Banana Ball on the CW is brought to you by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Nothing boring about this finale here in the city of fountains, Kansas City. A thrilling ball game, 4 innings in the books, still 5 more to play. Andrew Irvine, the pride of Clive, Iowa. New man out of the pen for the Clowns. It's got Danny Hosley in the 9-hole, Jackson Olsen in the 10 hole, and then back at the top, DR Meadows due to swing it. Big swing and a miss. You see the run on that fastball. It's a high-powered heater, slider, curveball, and changeup to boot. As we get another foul ball nearly into Mike Falvo, voice of the Indianapolis Clowns, PA version, and Sharks booth. Still no action for us here in the visiting TV booth, though.
Not yet.
There was a conspiracy about our setup.
This one tomahawked. A cloud scraper. Makes it into the third deck. No catch, though.
What a moment this is for Andrew Irvine, by the way. The kid from small town Iowa. He thought his career was over a few years ago, pitching in Australia, fractured elbow, and gets the strikeout. In a major league ballpark, fellas. He was driving DoorDash. Last year he was playing men's league baseball and slow pitch softball just a few months before that. And right now he gets a strikeout in front of 38,000.
Well, bouncer through the 6 hole. Jackson Olsen 2 for 2 on the afternoon. I'll tell you what, it's not for a lack of pedigree for Drew Irvine. This is a guy who went to the University of Iowa, 3 years in the Pirates organization, pitched a year in the Pioneer League, as you mentioned, a year in the ABL. That's the top level of baseball down under. But across the past couple years, never expected he'd get to pitch in front of over 38,000 fans in a big league park.
Yeah, I mean, his high velocity is what had a lot of teams very interested in him in the draft process. He was a day 1 pick for the Indianapolis Clowns. The big bugaboo for him, though, has been 11 ball 4 sprints issued on the pitcher's mound. Sometimes his control can be all over the place, and you see him unable to get the call there against DR Meadows and behind 2-0.
It was a good-looking pitch. Andrew Gerard thought it was a bit low. And another opportunity for the fans. Still only one foul out to a make it 2, right on cue. DR Meadows, a victim of the full capacity crowd here in KC.
And they're showing up for the Clowns, playing as the home team this weekend. Both fan-caught foul balls caught in favor of Indianapolis.
Pick in the WPBL, number 29, Monet Davis.
You want to talk about star power on this Indianapolis Clowns team? Doesn't get much bigger than Monet Davis, the only little leaguer ever to grace the cover of Sports Illustrated. She gets her Kauffman Stadium debut.
And she faces the Savannah Bananas for the first time in her young banana ball career. As you can see, only an inning and 2/3 under her belt so far. Her first 3 appearances, just 1 ball 4 sprint across a scoreless inning of work. But the last 2 times out, she's given up a run in each appearance across 3 hits and 2 sprints.
We all got the privilege this weekend, both teams, you know, ourselves, our colleagues, to go to the Negro League Hall of Fame Museum. Bob Kendrick gave us this great tour. Well, only one of us was in it, and Monet Davis didn't even know she was in it. But her with the famous Indianapolis Clown, first female pitcher in the Negro Leagues, Mamie Peanut Johnson, they have their picture in the museum.
Yeah, you want to talk about a full bodies chill moment?
Pleasant surprise.
So cool right there. Looks like that fastball just barely got a piece of rack. That will push JT Sokolov, the Bananas designated runner, into scoring position. Another look, yeah, just grazed the jersey.
Oh, that'll hurt tomorrow. Rub some dirt on it.
KJ, a little squibber. Peyton, no chance on the bare hand. Sokolov trying to score. Leday fires home offline. And now Cruz was looking to come home all the way from first. The throw from Burgess gets past Davis. Payne's throw back to Monet in time. Absolute pandemonium. The Nanners come away with 1 run after that madness.
What a wild sequence of events. But Eli Payton, despite having a costly throw that brought Sokolov in, able to get the ball a second time and deliver one perfectly to Monet Davis, applying the tag on Robert Anthony Cruz, and just stopping some bleeding. Only 1 run there for the Savannah Bananas.
Brandon, what's happening down there, my friend?
Jackie, great job.
There we go. Fans of Kansas City, we have got a race for the ages down here on the field. It's going to take determination and just pure baby chaos. Here on the field with me, I've got 12 future All-Star and Hall of Famers: Fletcher, Wells, Javi, Kanan, Clara, Veda, Witt, Xavier, Ali, Quinlan, Sleepy James, and Beckham. Ladies and gentlemen, we call this the world's slowest race. Parents, please place your babies. All right, babies, here we go. On your marks, get set, go!
And they are off. We have 12 babies on the infield dirt here in Kauffman Stadium. The parents are way too close to them. They've got to get the parents back behind the finish line. Get the parents out of the race. Oh, it's a disaster, but look at this little baby chug. That was an incredible start. Oh, and the tears, they are coming. I mean, you couldn't have dreamed of a better kickoff to the race, and now about halfway to the finish line, the waterworks have been let off. Just pure confusion on the look of that little youngster.
That's what we call pressure, Pico. When you jump out to that big a lead. And this might be a good thing we're taking it slow. Our man, the stats savant, Josh Talevsky's got a lot to work on that last play, but here we go, Pico, here we go.
Well, our original leader just sitting on their rump. Pretty confused. KJ trying to give him some guidance. And we've got two more toddlers chugging away. A smile on this little rascal's face. Getting close to the finish line, and now that one's gonna park it. Okay, motor's going again. Rumbling towards the end. What a performance. Oh, stopping.
No.
Come on. Just shy of the finish line.
This is just rubbing it in. Hot dogging it. Oh.
There's the victory. What a performance.
And for all of the folks who, are keeping your scorebooks at home as far as the world's slowest race is concerned, that is a WB8 win for baby number 8. He was 8th in line, and that was a heck of a finish here in Kauffman Stadium.
Dominating win. Not from the start, but a little bit of a tortoise and the hare type of a situation there. And now back to your regularly scheduled viewing. Middle of the 5th inning, we're halfway through. About 58 minutes left on the clock of our 2-hour timer. That will only matter if it runs out before we get to the 9th inning. Austin Drury back out on the bump, facing his fellow former minor leaguer Correll Prime. Quick 0-2 count.
We've talked so much in this series about Nico Holsizer, Dale Francis Jr., Joe Gray Jr., but quietly in this winning streak, Correll Prime has brought up his batting average by 39 points. 6 for 11, but it's been the guys in front of him, mainly Dale Francis Jr., who's been clearing the bases. So no runs driven in at that time, but he is sure hitting the ball.
Well, that's going to help the batting average.
Like that.
Little worm burner through the hole. And Clowns have the inning tying run aboard.
Fisher Polidoro!
Speaking of a guy who's raising his batting average, Fisher Polidoro with his second hit of the season last night roped a double. He's got his traveling bag with him in Kansas City.
Polidoro, legally the youngest player in the sport at 20 years old. Fictionally the oldest player in the sport. At something like late 70s. Haven't taken math since senior year of high school.
He thinks the Minions movie is the Rebel Without a Cause of the next generation.
Hey, Polidoro! Second knock of the weekend. He's 2 for 2 in KC.
You cannot cool down Fisher Polidoro. I don't care how many decades he's lived through. The guy can hit.
You want to talk about a jump to the batting average. All of a sudden, he's hitting .333.
Finally dominating the 21st century.
Just wait till he figures out computers or color television.
Or smartphones.
Ball and a strike on Nico Holsizer. Inning tying run on second. Inning winning run on first. Holsizer, of course, had the first of the pair of 3-run homers for the Clowns, both of them walk-offs last night. And good lumber, but straight to Cox at short. He'll flip it to Olsen for a double play.
Yeah, Flash just too big of a lead off of second base. He was off on contact. That is a great heads-up play by Ryan Cox, collecting that looping liner and then immediately jumping and throwing to Jackson Olsen to double up the Clowns' designated runner. Now Drury only with a man on first base and Fisher Polydorov.
Yeah, that's huge in that it takes the inning tying run out of scoring position with 2 outs as well. And we saw Flash get picked off at third base last night. A little kind of a get-back throw that ended up basically taking a run off the board. And that one's a little tough. It's a line drive. It's a force at third. But you said it, Josh, just a huge lead.
Yeah, and a misread off the bat.
Yeah, was just off on contact. Now this one over to Jackson Olsen, fielding and flipping through the legs. Ziegler behind the back, jumping snag, double trick play, ends the 5th inning for the Nanners, and they grab the lead for the first time this afternoon.
Nanners up 2-1. Still plenty of banana ball to go. 4 innings on the docket. Oh my goodness, YouTube, it is just us. Here comes the AMA time that Cam shared earlier.
What you got? What you got?
That's called
Flood
a
that
tease.
chat.
Tease in the business. Oh, by the way, that was a DQ shake snag when we saw DR foul out to the fans top of the 5th inning. The fan who caught the foul ball won free DQ for their row, and I'll tell you what, you guys can win at home by scanning this QR code to download the DQ app and earn your own rewards.
You've got roughly 8 seconds on the AMA.
Jessica wondering if anyone at Kauffman has said happy B-Day to Niz. And Jessica, we will let him know.
I know for a fact Cowboy Kyle Lewis, his teammate, has.
That was the one question we've gotten.
Well, I mean, yes, we are having fun. I'm having a lot of fun.
Pretty Boy Floyd says, what is the dream broadcast guest? Wow. For me, Ian Eagle. For those who may not know, voice of the Brooklyn Nets. Number 2, play-by-play football for CBS, voice of March Madness.
This guy only knows the sports media.
Probably Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern show.
Cam?
That'd be awesome.
Peanuts. Final answer. Peanuts.
He's going to be going nonverbal on you.
Blizzblob wondering what our favorite ad is to read. Welcome back to Banana Ball on the CW. Last night, Fisher Polydorov pinch hitting the first extra base hit in his Banana Ball career. Crisp double off the left field wall, and then on a trick pitch from Austin Drury just an inning ago, right back up the chute.
Old Knuckles with a couple old barrels. How about that?
Hey, Patrick Mahomes. That's the 3-time Super Bowl champion quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs.
I want to change my dream guest for the YouTube chat. I don't know if Tom Brady would ever forgive me, though, guys. I think that's the problem here.
Yeah, that's a diehard Patriots fan, everybody.
Yeah.
Cam Stewart. Nice to see some picture time from Mahomes and company behind the dish as Leday has trouble grabbing the bouncer from Dan Oberst. Nanners cleanup hitter reaches on the E6 to kick off our 6th inning of action. Vinny Santarciero has taken over on the mound. Clowns 58th overall draft pick. 8th rounder, 4-pitch mix. Fastball low 90s. 91 to 93. He's got a splitter, a slider, and a changeup from time to time. Oberst off on the first pitch. Burgess, great throw to second, but a little late. Kirkland Banks has come in for Jalen Vasquez at second.
Well, you're seeing the Bananas putting the green light special to good use today. Helped Sokolov score last inning that got the Bananas up 2-1 in this ballgame. And now Oberst off and running immediately and putting himself in scoring position for Bill Leroy.
Slow roller, Peyton attacking. And he makes light work of it as Oberst good base running. Over to third base with just one away. That was his 8th steal on the year in as many tries. An underrated base runner. Another look at the fine play from the Gold Glove finalist, 2025 at Grand Canyon University, Eli Payton. Heater for a strike. Great movement on it as the infield is in for the Clowns against Reese Alexiadis. Fly ball out to right. Holsizer will haul it in, but Oberst is going to score easily as Super Reese does the job. Sacrifice fly. And the Bananas a run on the board for a 2nd straight frame.
And that is a run pretty much completely manufactured by Dan Oberst, capitalizing on an E6 from Bobby Leday, but then swiping second base, advancing to third on the grounder to Peyton, and scoring on the sac fly.
And we'll never, ever, 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 ever leave each other.
No. Oh my goodness. That might have been worse than Nick Wilson eulogy for Joe Gray Jr.'s broken bat last night. That was gut-wrenching.
There's no happy ending for that?
Stop. Ziggy is the heart and soul of this team. How could you do that to him?
Just left them.
The lifeblood.
Yeah, we'll have words for Cox and Olsen after this one. I mean, that's an inseparable trio right there,
He's gotten them so many double trick plays this year.
Max Young Goldberg trying to steal first base. Unlucky hop for Burgess off the backstop. And MJG, for the first time in his young banana ball career, the rookie, swipes first.
And I'll tell you what, he's a little fortunate the way that took a friendly bounce on his behalf. He kind of stumbled coming out of the batter's box. If that one took a friendlier ricochet to Chris Burgess, might have been gunned down trying to swipe first instead. Goldberg gets on and is replaced by designated runner JT Sokolov.
Ryan Cox turns on this. Holsizer shy of the track for out number 3. Santarciero gives up an unearned run on the error from his shortstop. And the Savannah Bananas a chance to claim their 3rd point, but before that, let's get it down to the field for the greatest slowman.
We've seen the world's slowest race, but now it's time to see if this race will be even slower. I got some dad bods with me who are ready to run, and we're gonna run from foul pole to foul pole diagonally, and the first one to get there will win. Gentlemen, time's off. Let's get it. Come on, man, you gotta be a little quicker. All right, here we go. On your mark, get set, go! And they're on to a fast start. Who's gonna get that first? Oh, we got a tumble. They're getting there, they're getting there. Who's gonna get there? Who's gonna get there? All right. Give it up for our winner, Jordan.
Monday, an all-new episode of the CW's hit series Sullivan's Crossing continues. When love gets messy and loyalty gets tested, the truth has nowhere left to hide. Don't miss an all-new episode of Sullivan's Crossing Monday at 8/7 Central, only on the CW.
I'm not missing it.
Not anymore.
You kidding me? I was thinking, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch.
You're telling me?
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me the truth has nowhere left to hide?
I mean, you got me hook, line, and sinker.
No way. Get real.
I think we need a guest star appearance for Josh. Sullivan's Crossing people, are you hearing us? He's gonna have great chemistry with Chad Michael Murray.
Speaking about great chemistry with Chad Michael Murray, DR Meadows, welcome to the broadcast.
What's up, fellas? I just want to say, Josh, that was unbelievable.
You're a big fan of the ad read, huh?
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Thanks, DR. That means a lot coming from you, man. Some of us do trick play, some of us just read the stuff on the paper, you know?
Never read. Kind of passion as you did.
This one's skied from Kirkland. Cox, tip, and he'll have to haul it in himself. DR, what's this series been like taking on the Indianapolis Clowns? They've been a heck of a competitor, huh?
Yeah, these guys, I mean, we faced them earlier this year, and we're struggling with pitching, but, I mean, they got it all figured out right now. Their pitching has been phenomenal this weekend. Those guys have been swinging it like no other. It's fun to play against. They bring a lot of energy. The story behind that they have pre-show. So, y'all seen the play?
What do we got, Super Reese? Tip to DR, tip again. Oh, into the cap on the head of our man on the mic.
That's a new one, fellas.
That's ridiculous.
Now, how many times have you guys practiced something like that, DR?
We practiced it a few times, and it's got, surprisingly has a weird success rate. So, we're like, let's just try it.
I don't really understand the physics of it.
You just you take off your hat and you laugh like,
And did that hit you on the top of the head?
I think so, but I'm not really feeling Maybe later.
All right, we'll table that. JBJ 0 for 2 on the afternoon. And now, an opportunity for Cox, KJ, or Cruz. Who wants it? Woo! Robert Anthony Cruz. Nice snag. Well, DR, it was brief, but it was a blast.
Have fun. Love to talk to you guys. Keep killing it up there. Love you guys.
Banana Ball on the CW is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. A grand slam for your budget. Visit progressive.com. 7th inning coming up after this.
Come on. Writings on the wall. Come on. Very superstitious. Ladders about to fall. 13-month-old baby. Yeah. Broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck. Good days in your past. Oh, when you believe in things you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way.
Kansas City, give it up for Chariot!
Heck of a ball game on our hands here in Kauffman Stadium, home of the Kansas City Royals. The Savannah Bananas lead the Indianapolis Clowns 3-1. 6 innings in the books, 3 still to go as you get a look at the remarkably talented Brandon and Jarius singing and dancing with the Clowns. Taking us to our 7th frame of action, Clark Gilmore, new man on the mound, the 6'4" righty out of Reading, Connecticut. First 4 years of his college career at Dartmouth in the Ivy League, finished up at the University of Notre Dame. It's the final pick of the inaugural Banana Ball Championship League draft, and is just about as entertaining as any pitcher in the sport, as the full capacity crowd just got an image of their quarterback Patrick Mahomes behind home plate and went buck wild, understandably so. Home of Holmes family.
Now coming to hit the world's tallest hitter, Dakota Stilts. Oh, Britain.
And they get an up-close personal view of the tallest athlete either side of the Mississippi, I'm pretty sure, in the entire known universe.
This guy could be one heck of a red zone target. I'm just saying.
I don't really know how you defend it, as Stilts fouls that off of one of his stilts.
Now, this is one of the craziest battles you can possibly see. Stilts as tall as he is, and Clark Gilmore with so many trick pitches in his bag.
Stilts with some entertainment. Well, Carly Rae Jepsen? See, I had that artist ready to roll. Slow roller foul.
And here's the thing, you see Gilmore getting ahead 0-2. This is where you have the liberty to mess around, try some of those trick pitches. That's exactly what he goes to, but this one's sailing way behind Stilts, having a little fun with Clark as well.
Heater misses inside to even up the count at 2-2.
And lest we forget, this is a locked-in hitter. Stilts coming off an RBI knock last night.
Laser beam straight to Leday, leap and catch it short. Boy, it's been a barrel parade for Dakota Stilts Albritton as of late. Just hit it to the wrong spot there.
Well, now hopefully things are going to continue for Jackson Olsen. Multiple hits in this ball game. Great to see. Had that double in the 3rd inning, his first extra base hit since opening night for the Savannah Bananas. Hopefully a sign of really good things to come for their second baseman.
Squibber to Leday. He'll go between the legs. 8th trick play of the ball game for the Clowns. They're still 3 behind the Bananas. Check that too. Nanners had 11 trick plays on the scoreboard. We fixed that. He goes living in the past. The Bananas, as the away team, can earn the equalizer point if they have more trick plays than the home team Clowns going into the final inning, which with 37.5 minutes on the clock, looks like we're on a great pace for that to be the 9th. Top of the order, Heater just misses below the knees to David Ray Meadows. 0 for 3, fouled out to the fans his last time up.
And Clark Gilmore, he's been roughed up the last couple of times out. But, guys, on March 27th against the Bananas, he won an inning and a 3rd scoreless. So maybe he just likes the yellow guys.
Holsizer, tip drill, you bet. And Gilmore, fantastic against the Nanners once again, faces the minimum. Quick work of them.
2 minutes and 11 seconds there for Clark Gilmore. That is the fastest inning of the afternoon for any Indianapolis Clowns arm.
Let's get it back down to the field here in the middle of the 7th. Time for some sexual healing.
Ladies and gentlemen of Kansas City, tonight we want to do our own version of a dance-off. Here down in the field, we understand that it's been a while since these fellas have put on a show for their ladies. But we're going to remedy that mistake right here in Banana Land. Not just a dance-off, it's more of a sexy-off. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to this game. We call this sexual healing. Fellas, are you ready? We're gonna kick it off with Amy and Rick. Sexy Sax, play us something good. All right, now, Rick, take us back to the 80s. Oh, yeah. Oh, Kansas City, he's getting sexy in here. Real smooth. And the hats come. Oh, all right now. Not too much more now, Rick. Now, Rick, now hold on now. Hold on now, Rick. Oh, okay. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is getting real sexual in here. Ooh, Rick, I think we, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Give it up for your first contestants, Rick and Amy. Well, let's move it on over. Alicia and Sean, I think we can top that. Daniel, play us something sexy. Oh, yeah. Oh, a lap dance here in Kansas City, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's getting sexy, and we are healing. All right now, Sean, show us what you got. We need something good. Okay, he's taking the shirt off as well. Ooh, bring it up. Oh, he's taking us to the bedroom right here in Kansas. Wow, what a lovely couple. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for you, the fans, to decide. So, was it Amy and Rick? Or was it Lisa and Sean? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I think I know who our winner is. It sounds like Kansas City is giving it up for Amy and Rick. Ladies and gentlemen, that is sexual healing.
Oh, man, another brand new promo. That's a winner in my book. I'll tell you what, Saturday, the AVP League heads to beautiful Aspen, Colorado. Watch as the world's best battle to rule the beach all summer long. The AVP League from Aspen, Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific on the CW. Well, when you get one of the greatest quarterbacks in National Football League history and attendance, yeah, you got a lot of bananas and clowns looking for autographs on memorabilia. I think Patrick Mahomes has been pretty busy with his spot behind home plate.
Talk about threading the needle on the field, threading the needle, trying to sign through the mesh there. Impressive.
And another one of the greatest athletes on planet Earth, Kelsey Whitmore, takes over here for the home half of the 7th, the pride of Temecula, California. It's been on the United States women's national baseball team since 2014, the #1 overall pick in the Women's Professional Baseball League draft. And Bobby Leday swinging at the first pitch. That's going to be muscled deep out to right center. Leday is thinking about 2 now, thinking for 3. Relay from Olsen is late. And an extra base hit. 3rd knock of the afternoon for Leday. Official scoring on that one, Josh.
I mean, I don't see any reason why that's just not a clean triple there, personally.
Let's see. Okay, yep, we're not going to get a replay of what happened out in right center.
I'm telling you.
Triples are fun.
Kansas City is made for shortstops named Bobby who wear number 7. I'm telling you, 3 for 3. Sign him up for the Royals.
Witt Jr., the other Bobby, who's a decent shortstop here in KC. Leday is trying to get back to 3rd, and he does. That was a great throw from Olsen. Quick tag from KJ, who wants a challenge. We've yet to see one from either team or the fans this afternoon, and Tyler Gillum was quick to go with it at the request of his 3rd baseman.
Now, for my reputation, I kind of need him to be safe here, guys. I'm singing his praises. Gets caught in between 3rd and home. We got to get a couple looks at this. This was really, really close at 3rd base.
You see Ryan Howard, Clowns primetime coach, coaching 3rd. And Leday, he's got such quick bursts of speed. I mean, able to change direction and retreat back to 3rd. I think he's safe.
Just gets in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Looks clean to me.
That was impressive. I'll tell you what, looked like it was going to be a base running blunder, but it actually gets the Clowns an extra base runner. Lytle, of course, would have been a dead duck at first.
And it's a perfect throw over there, you got to say. Lede gets back just in time. That's one of the fastest guys of the team, and obviously a great base runner. You mentioned 11 for 11 in stolen bases this year, but that throw's right on the money. It's just a fraction late.
And I think it was the right play from Jackson Olsen, too. I mean, that's the inning-winning run on third.
Yeah, you're just trying to make sure you can get that lead out. You're trying not to have a walk-off situation on your hands, but the call on the field is confirmed. It will stand. And so the Clowns with guys on the corners and no down. Dale Francis Jr., the player of the week last weekend in Tacoma, Washington, now bats against Kelsey Whitmore.
In case you were not with us last night, that was 7 for 12, 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 9 runs driven in. Not too bad. Sticky situation here. 1-0 count, left side of the infield halfway for the Bananas. Jam shot. Lede can really fly, but Meadows has a cannon. And that is going to prevent Bobby from going all the way home. Great base running by Lytle as he advances to second and takes the Clowns out of a double play opportunity.
Man, talk about a heads-up play there by Joe Lytle. Wow, if you throw down to second, you risk Lede taking off again. And that is perfect heads-up banana ball right there. Couple in scoring position now.
I mean, Lytle, son of a NAIA Hall of Fame baseball coach in Keith Lytle. That's a guy who knows ball. And a 1-0 count on Correll Prime. Single his last trip. Smokes this out to center. And a tip drill from Meadows as he deemed it impossible to get the speedy Lede at the dish. He was right. Business decision from the doctor as the Clowns close the gap and are just down 1. But the Bananas do add another trick play as they have 1 inning left in their pursuit of the equalizer point.
Yeah, it's just good banana ball strategy. You'll surrender the point for now, but hope you can make it up by earning that equalizer point. The Bananas now up 2 trick plays on the Indianapolis Clowns, although this game is just a little bit tighter.
Wilson Robinson and Gilmore with the perfect choreography on the trampolines, nailing the switch. Oh, yeah! Oh. Are you not entertained?
The Clowns have won the inning!
It's a 3-2 Bananas lead, 2 innings to play here from Kansas City, Missouri. Oh my gosh, I just found out we've got 40 seconds until we come back from commercial. It's just us, YouTube. It's just us.
You know what people don't know on the CW that they're about to know on YouTube is that little trampoline dance we just had there. Biko, Josh, and myself have done that 3 times already this weekend.
That's right.
We've been showing all the guys how to execute it properly.
In fact, that's how we got our barbecue for free.
Banana Ball on the CW is brought to you by PNC Bank. Brilliant. flamboyantly boring since 1865. To the top of the 8th inning we go here in Kauffman Stadium. 2, 3, and 4 due to swing it for the Bananas. Robert Anthony Cruz, Kyle Jackson, Dan Oberst, the Big Boppers, and they face a shirtless Nick Wilson on the bump. Carrollton, Texas native. Clown's second selection in the 3rd round, 24th overall. Pretty much primarily just fastball slider. He's got a changeup in his back pocket as well, but he has been the best pitcher on this squad. This is a perfect time to break him out for the first time in this series.
He's a budding banana ball star, averaging 3 outs in 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Second best in banana ball, and you see the numbers here in May. Wilson, 12 strikeouts, only 1 ball four sprint issued, and his 2.45 ERA this season, 4th in the Banana Ball Championship League.
Joe Gray Jr. backpedaling, tip drill, Holsizer racing over, Phil, and holds on in the hat! You can't make it up! What a double trick play! We're even at 11 each!
He was streaking to get to right center field to be able to try and team up for a double trick play and deny that equalizer point. You have got to appreciate the effort from Holsizer, getting his first action in the outfield in this series and coming up with the clutch play to start the 8th. Woo!
13 years of minor league baseball experience on that double trick play, by the way, folks.
Where's Steve Spagnuolo? We have seen some incredible defense today in Kansas City.
Another chance for Gray. He'll catch this the old-fashioned way.
I mean, come on, Josh. That Holsizer play, that is a dead sprint, and then your legs taken out from underneath you. The hat's floppy. I mean, that's incredible.
And fortunately, Joe Gray saw him in his peripheral vision, I would have to guess, because he gave a very large tip in the direction of Holsizer, trying to set him up. That was such a smart play by a pair of banana ball rookies who you see are adjusting to this game incredibly well.
Yeah, Gray now into double digits in trick plays. Holsizer 7 for 8 on his young career.
And speaking of good rookies, we've talked about Nick Wilson, obviously at the top of a lot of pitching categories for this Clowns team. He shut the door in the last 2 innings last Sunday for a series win, trying to do the same.
Yeah, he authors a perfect top of the 8th inning with 3 trick plays as Prime grabs that one between the legs and makes sure that the Bananas need 2 trick plays in the bottom half to earn that all-important equalizer point.
And singing as loud as you can, what a wonderful world.
I see skies of blue and clouds. Here we go.
Well, after we saw a franchise record 14 trick play performance from the Clowns last night, they've been terrific again here in the finale of this 2-game set. A dozen trick plays for the home team Clowns, 11 for the Savannah Bananas, who need 2 to earn the equalizer point here in the 8th inning. And I mean, the level of difficulty has been absurd. The backflip catch from Brian Dansero, he's the 10th player in banana ball history to join that elusive club. And great a Holsizer. Our second to last trick play. A pair of them on that one. As fun as they get as you take a look at the totals going into the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, and the Clowns really pushed the pedal to the metal in the last 2 innings defensively. 5 trick plays for Indianapolis to get them back out in front. But now the Bananas turn to a right-hander in Connor Harris, who among all the qualified pitchers on this team has the highest trick play rate. 53.2% of his outs this season have included a trick play. So this is a really great move from Tyler Gillum and Coach Adam Byron right here, trying to see if it will net them an equalizer point and a little added breathing room.
Another one of the many Banana Ball players out of the Constitution State. Pride of Avon, Connecticut takes over and stares down Eli Payton, one of the many Californians we have here in our young sport, kid out of La Cañada.
And we are in AFC West country. We had Patrick Mahomes in the house. Eli Payton and his uncle tried to do the same thing. It's tough to do, win in Kansas City.
His uncle would be the general manager of the Denver Broncos. And what a groove. Harris, Olsen, Cox, and Meadows in step, and then it's a gnarly kick change out of the dance. That is a pretty impressive pitch to deliver after that much boogieing. As Payton gets it again, fouls it straight back. Part of a 3-pitch mix, fastball about 90 to 93 from the 6'8 righty. And then a 12-6 knuckle curve is high 70s. That kick changeup is low 80s. Pretty unique arsenal. And there's the gas. It's Payton, Holsizer, and Burgess. Dozen home runs between the trio. Bender misses high, and Eli's worked the count full. Payton a single all the way back in the 2nd inning, then was pinch hit for by Fisher Polydoroff in the 5th. He will take the ball for sprint. Inning-winning run is aboard. Great sprint defense by the Bananas. They get it to all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher in short order. And Payton will give way to Flash the Kid, Malachi Mitchell. No, he's getting called back. Over 38,000 fans all waiting with bated breath. And all right, let's listen into Mike Falvo here. I think we got it's Vinny Santarciero. That's a pretty bizarre pinch runner.
Now entering the game as a substitute pinch runner for the pinch runner, it's Brett Maddock. Hold on, hang on a minute. Now entering the game as a substitute pinch runner for the pinch runner, it's Brett Irvine.
Drew Irvine. I think that's a fine selection. Maybe they've finally found a winner here.
Hold on. Now entering the game as a secondary substitute backup pinch runner for the original substitute pinch runner, it's Clark Gilmore.
There it is. That's got to be the choice. I mean, that guy's an athlete.
4th time's the charm, or something like that.
One last update.
What? No.
It looks like the original batter doesn't need a pinch runner after all. He'll be taking his place back on first base.
Now, after all that,
glad to see Eli's okay. You kidding me?
Were those substitutions legal, Josh?
Why do you burden me like this?
A couple of them were, a couple of them were not. We'll leave it at that. Nico Holsizer is ahead 2 balls and no strikes.
I was ready. I was going to steal a bag.
And bounces that one foul. So much hangs in the balance in this bottom of the 8th inning. Clowns down by 1. They've got the inning-winning run aboard. Wow, big ol' hack from Holsizer. And the Bananas are 2 trick plays away from gaining the equalizer point. A flail and a no, he got a piece of it. That was a heck of a fight from Holsizer. Known for the daddy hacks. Look, he offered up on the previous pitch. But shortened it up, able to stay alive. Peyton only 1 stolen base on the year. He's been caught once. Not a huge threat to run, but he's been dancing off first base here. Fouled straight back over our heads. And it'll make it all the way back to the first level. Nice snag. That's on a ricochet, so no out. Holsizer still at the dish. Another 2-2. Another chance for the fans. No catch.
Need some communication down there. Closest guy was a guy just walking back to his seat. Just like the Clowns earlier, need some communication in the field.
Peyton does take off. Fastball's high. Leroy goes behind the back. And the throw way late. Bill's the only catcher in the history of the sport who has pulled that trick play off. He's done it 3 times. But he hesitated for some reason.
Well, now a strike is imperative here. A ball from Connor Harris ends the inning, ties up this ball game going into the final frame. This one chopped to KJ. Between the legs transfers. Ziggy with the stretch to dig that one. And the Bananas not the trick play total at 12 apiece. And Eli Peyton unable to advance to third base. A big play there for the Bananas.
And it looks like Connor Harris is only going to face 2 batters. Danny Hosley will be used for a 2nd straight ball game here in Kauffman Stadium. Greatest closer in the history of the sport. And he is at the peak of the powers here in his 4th World Tour. League leading 5 wins. And that 0.53 earned run average, the lowest amongst qualified pitchers.
Yeah, and we saw him last night. More brilliance. 2 strikeouts against the Indianapolis Clowns. A clean frame. And ever since allowing that walk-off hit to Jason Swan in Atlanta, Hosley's bounced back with 6 straight scoreless innings for the Bananas.
Fastball gets the top of the zone against Chris Burgess. A couple of ground outs so far today. 1 to short, 1 to second. And there's the 12-6 curveball. Hosley quickly ahead 0-2.
I mean, how about this for drama, fellas? Only game on the slate today. Eyes of the BBCL right here in Kansas City. Showman from last night against the most dominant pitcher in the sport. Where else would you rather be?
Looked like he finally went to the Vulcan change on the 4th pitch. That is Hosley's most deadly weapon in the arsenal as Burgess cranks this foul. And I mean, Chris Burgess, guy came in hitting .313, a .451 on base percentage, having a fantastic rookie year. Primary catcher for the Clowns, able to hold off on the high heat. Check down to first. Trey Hudson agrees that Burgess checked his swing. Big 2-2 pitch coming. Chance for the fans to get out number 2. And they make it happen. It's only the 5th Clown to foul out to the fans this year, least in the Banana Ball Championship League. But the folks in Kauffman Stadium come up clutch for the Nanners.
And that's not a routine play by any means. That one hit very well off the bat of Chris Burgess. And now a golden batter coming for the Clowns.
That means stepping up to the plate for Kirkland Banks is former MVP and World Series champion for the Philadelphia Phillies. Give it up for Ryan Howard!
Oh, Ryan Howard, primetime manager, 58 homers in 06. How great is this?
You got a guy with 382 career MLB home runs.
And 2 homers in 3 career games. at Kauffman Stadium.
Good wood, but Alexiadis on the run will catch it. Oh, he traps it outside of the glove, and the Bananas earn the equalizer point. The Bakers dozen trick plays on the day, does it by just one, and the Nanners lead 4-2 going to our final inning.
That ball pieced by Ryan Howard, but how about Alexiadis doing a little nod to Jake Skull and trapping the banana ball outside his glove. Bananas not only escape trouble, but earn the equalizer point today in KC.
Remarkable banana ball at the conclusion of this two-game set here in the K. As you take a look at what it means to enter our final inning, every run scored counts as a point. If we're tied at the end of it, we will go to showdowns.
Can you think of a bigger swing than that? Not the physical swing,
right,
Nico, but bringing a legit MVP out to hit, and he gives it a ride, and not only that, you get the trick play and the equalizer point. My goodness, this weekend's been bonkers.
When you think about that bottom of the 8th inning, saw two trick plays from the Bananas, exactly what they needed. As you get a look at Nick Wilson's numbers here in his rookie campaign. And the foul out to the fans. Such a massive piece of the puzzle with the inning tying run in scoring position.
That's how you get last night's showman and a former MVP to end it.
I mean, that's the beauty of banana ball right there. Some trick plays, an equalizer point, a foul out to the fans. And now you see banana ball and its rules on even greater display here in the 9th. Every run counting for a point. The Bananas will try and pick up a little extra insurance against Nick Wilson, who has been 19.3 runs better than a replacement level pitcher this season. That is a top 10 mark on tour this year. And that is actually the second best mark among all relief pitchers in this sport, trailing only Danny Hosley, the man he's opposing right now.
Spidey getting the crowd fired up as we head to our final inning. A 2-inning relief appearance is light work for Wilson. He went 3 1/3 to close out the finale of that 3-game set in Tacoma, Washington against the Party Animals last weekend. Finished it with the strikeout of Reese Hampton, one of the best hitters in the history of the sport. And here, he's got Bill Leroy, Reese Alexiadis, and Max Young-Goldberg. I second that, Cam.
This is awesome. This is great.
Bill Leroy, deep out to left, Dancero to the track. Look out, Peanuts, leaping, catch, no, he lost it. Up against the wall, nearly ran into his teammate, the Elephant, and Leroy has a double to open up the 9th.
What a great piece of hitting by Bill Leroy. An ambush there to start the 9th against Nick Wilson, and Leroy now 4 for 6, batting in the 9th inning this season. He has been so good in the big moments for the Bananas all season long.
Towering foul ball to the moon and back, and Burgess has it. Not a lot of room to play with up against the netting. That's a massive first down.
And by the way, guys, if that got over the net, did you see who the fan is down there? The fan? Clark Gilmore? I mean, that would have been terrible luck. That wouldn't have counted.
Correct. No balls, 1 strike on Max Young-Goldberg. Great stop, Chris Burgess. Keeps Sokolov on second. Bananas designated runner has his name called again.
It's really impressive that Dancero came that close. I mean, what an incredible play, banged up against the fence, and the traffic out there with Peanuts.
Good wood here from Young-Goldberg. Holsizer has a beat on it. Sokolov will tag and go to third. Clowns got to be careful here. Sokolov clearly had some thoughts about trying to make it a 2-base sacrifice fly. He slams the brakes coming around third, heeding the advice of Bryce Stober.
Kansas City. The Bananas are invoking their golden batter rule. Hitting in the place of Ryan Cox is Savannah Bananas golden batter, Kyle KJ Jackson.
How about Cody Fluffman on the mic, announcing that Kyle Jackson will be the golden batter for the Bananas for the second time this weekend. He had a chance as the tying run with 2 outs in the 9th last night after he opened up the frame with a ball 4 sprint. And he flew out to Joe Gray Jr. in center to secure the 3-1 win for Indianapolis. Takes the slider low here.
It's been a flyout and a strikeout for Kyle Jackson this season when he's appeared as the golden batter, trying to come through with a knock. But they'll take a ball 4 sprint as well from K-Jack. Ahead in the count, 2-0 already.
Fastball just misses the outside corner. 1 ball away from another point for the Bananas, and the fastball right at the knees. "3-1", top of the zone. Count is full. Swing and a miss! Nick Wilson from behind 3-0, 3 straight heaters, blows it by KJ and keeps the deficit at just 2 for Indianapolis.
How about the stones on Nick Wilson? Keeping his team in it right there. He was 1 pitch away from letting a point go across. Good morning, good afternoon, good early evening from here in Kansas City.
And a reminder, folks, the rules here in our final inning. Every run scored counts as a point. If it's tied at the end of 9 innings or whatever final frame the 2-hour time limit decides it will be, you go to showdowns. Saw a thriller last night in Corpus Christi, Texas, the finale of a wild 3-game set between the Firefighters and Tailgaters. Went 2 rounds of showdowns with the Firefighters coming out on top. It's the only game out of the 7 we've had on the docket this weekend that has gone to showdowns. Over 38,000 fans here in Paris of the Plains, Kansas City, Missouri, hoping that they'll get bonus banana ball, but Danny Hosley stands in the way of that.
Still perfect in his save chances this season, 7 for 7 for the Savannah Bananas. And through 8 pitches to retire Chris Burgess and then the golden batter Ryan Howard. The Clowns, though, do not let it be forgotten, had some big final inning performances last weekend in Tacoma, Washington. 11 runs that all became points in the final inning of play in Tacoma. And they are hoping that they can have another big rally here as they get started with the top of their order. It'll be Joe Gray Jr., Jackie Bradley Jr., and Bobby Leday.
Couldn't have asked for much better from a Clown standpoint.
And that's exactly why you saw them use that golden batter in the 8th inning.
Off the end of the bat, first pitch here in the last of the 9th. Ryan Cox, tip drill. He will secure it himself. 1 away. And now JBJ 0 for 3 on the afternoon, but a double against Danny Hosley in the 8th inning last night. Fouls off the changeup.
And there's hardly been anybody better on the Clowns. Well, there has been nobody better than the Clowns than JBJ in the 9th inning. 5 for 10 this season and taking some big cuts against Danny Hosley like the one you just saw, but coming up empty.
The 0-2. Flicks it out to left. What a piece of hitting from JBJ. That'll bring the tying run up to the dish. Heck of an adjustment against that Vulcan change.
Yeah, you hear all the time about waiting for your pitch. 9th inning, 2 strikes. You don't have that luxury. Jackie Bradley did not get his pitch, but he brings the tying run to the plate.
But professional hitters, they know how to shorten up their swing and use the entire field. Now Leday scoots this one up the middle. How about Ryan Cox showing off the range with a glove flip to Jackson Olsen? What a second out for the Savannah Bananas, and it takes the fastest man in the sport, Malachi Mitchell, the designated runner, off the bags.
Tell you what, Leday can run pretty well himself. Looks like the umpires are going to conference. Eric Fox using his challenge.
See if they get the out at second here.
Interesting. What are they looking at? I think they're seeing if Olsen kept his foot on the bag.
Yeah, from that angle, it looks like the correct call. We got to see it from the other side.
Certainly. Need clear evidence to overturn the call on the field. Oh, yeah, that's an out. Can't take your challenge home with you. So you understand why Fox pulled the trigger on that, and there is the decisive angle.
No question. But you said it, worth the use? Have a couple of guys on with one out in the final inning?
The final hope for the Clowns is the legend of banana ball, Joe Lytle. 1 for 3 today.
Represents the tying run, but folks, no homers on the tour this year for Joe Lytle.
And struck out looking against Hosley last night. Changeup misses high. Swing and a miss on the Vulcan change. And a wry smile from Lytle. Seen the pitch more than anybody on his team. Cranks this one down the right field line. Foul. By a foot or two.
He knew that was coming. Just a little out ahead.
The Clowns down to their final strike. Lytle only 4 Ks on the year. 2 of them were last night. Trying to pass the baton or tie this thing up himself. The 1-2. Chance for the fans to end it. No catch.
We had some gloves in that area.
Lytle represents the game tying run. Another 1-2. Fouled away. Great fight on the Vulcan change. We'll do it again. Lined up the middle. DR Meadows right there. Tip drill. Put it in the bag. The Bananas earn the series split. 4-2 winners on Sunday afternoon here in Kauffman Stadium. But what a weekend it was. Another look at the final out. The Nanners secure 3 trick plays in the bottom of the 9th inning and are able to end the Clowns at a 3-game winning streak.
A poetic ending to a win for the Savannah Bananas that was aided by earning that equalizer point. The Nanners had elite defense all afternoon long against the Indianapolis Clowns, and another strong start from Austin Drury. Their first round pick was able to get them the win this afternoon in Kauffman Stadium.
They're not sending it to flash. You're just going out and thanking the fans. Don't give up.
Our showman of the day, number 11, Austin Drury.
Celebrate while we got time. Lucky to have you in my life. You better hit the right and hit the left now. Turn around and slide. Oh, here we go. Somebody Celebrate with me tonight. Celebrate like we got time. Lucky to have you in my life. You better hit the right and hit the left now. Turn around and one more time. Hit the right and hit the left now. Turn around and slide.
Give it up for the Savannah Bananas! And let's hear it for the showman of the day, number 11, Austin Drury.
Derek Clenna serenades the full capacity crowd. Here in Kauffman Stadium, the Nanners get to dance in celebration of earning the series split. And Rex Castillo has the showman of the game.
Austin, they call on you in a big spot here to get this win, prevent the sweep. How important is it to get this win for the guys in yellow?
You know, I'm just blessed to be on the mound for these guys and play in front of all these guys here, and it's just a blessing.
Look, to focus through distraction, like what's going on right now, how important was it for you guys? Again, now he looks even better to get it here. Kansas City brought the energy. What do you have to say for the fans here in Kansas City?
We love Kansas City. They came here last year. I wasn't a part of it. Well, we know you brought the energy, and it shows this weekend for sure.
You have some time here. Why don't we give a couple shout-outs to some of your guys here? Who do you think really stepped up to help to get this big win?
I just want to shout out Bill. You know, he's a dog behind the plate calling the game. You know, I can't do it without him.
All right, hey, guys, we're in Kansas City. Really important question from Banana Ball Backstage. 9-year-old Claire wants to know, what is your favorite kind of barbecue?
Kansas City.
Kansas City, give it up. This is the right place to do it. Hey, guys, that is our showman of the game. Guys, let's send it back to you.
Austin Drury is a smart man. You don't get through 8 years of professional baseball without learning a thing or two. Shouting out the fantastic KC Barbecue here in the self-proclaimed barbecue capital of the world. I'm a fan of it as well. Drury was fantastic. His first strikeout of the afternoon was the World Series champion Jackie Bradley Jr. And when all was said and done, guy threw 5 innings and was superb.
Yeah, 5 1/3 credited innings today for the Savannah Bananas. And AD not only induced the trick plays, but he worked incredibly quick. A 1 minute and 15-second inning today, the fastest of his career, the fastest of the season for the Bananas. And each of his last 4 frames on the mound were thrown in less than 3.5 minutes. He really pushed the pace today.
The Nanners first rounder doing first rounder things. Able to put a stop to the red hot Indianapolis Clowns. Much more to chop up on the post-game show after this.
To benefit Bananas Foster and the Kansas City Royals Foundation. Congratulations if you're today's lucky winner.
YouTube, it's just us here on the post-game show. CW gets us back in about a minute or so. What a series. Holy moly.
Can I tell you guys something just between us and YouTube?
You, me, and Grok?
And Grok. I had a blast with the 2 games we had this weekend. This was banana ball to a T, fellas. I mean, what more could you have asked for today?
Special stuff, Cam.
That was a real question. What more could you?
I couldn't agree more. I mean, like, I don't know.
Not too much.
10 rounds of showdowns.
Thank you, Josh.
Maybe a couple more big flies if we're really going to get greedy.
Yeah, kept it in the ballpark today. How about that? Used up the 4 last night.
Good question.
Ice cream bars? Anyone?
Yeah, ice cream bars.
I need them. We got to find that ice cream guy in the hotel Chadwick's been talking about.
Not if they're $6.
Okay, YouTube, we're about to bring back the CW. We'll be talking to the rest of our audience in a couple seconds. Welcome back to the outside of Kauffman Stadium. Banana Ball live on the CW. Another fantastic battle. This was the finale of a two-game set between the headlining Indianapolis Clowns, getting to host their first ever headlining series in a big league park. Nowhere better than KC, the home of the Negro Leagues. And take a look at the weekend on a whole. This was the only game we had on the docket today. And wild from start to finish, from the Nick Lopez walk-off homer to win Thursday night in Corpus Christi to Danny Hosley nailing down the 5-out save this afternoon.
Well, you also can't forget about Ashby Binding's walk-off on Friday night to lift the Coconuts over the Party Animals at the Wide World of Sports in Orlando. And then the Firefighters, really great showing from them in showdowns.
Yeah, a huge comeback in that one, too, for the Firefighters. That was a nail-biter, probably the Banana Ball game of the weekend out there in Corpus at Whataburger Field to salvage a game in that series and take one from the Tailgaters, who are obviously battling with the Bananas at the top of the standings.
And well-deserved for the Firefighters faithful, who had to suffer through two gut-wrenching losses to open up that series. Of course, the Firefighters had lost 5 straight, so that puts an end to that losing streak as they try and get back in the playoff picture. And the Tailgaters, they continue to be at the top of our broadcaster power rankings because they are the only team that is locked in to the playoffs come October. That's from winning the Banana Ball Open back in mid-April when they took down the Nanners, swept the 2-game set in that Banana Ball Open final. But the Bananas, with that win today, they're a game and a half up on the Tailgaters when it comes to that #1 overall seed. I mean, it's back and forth these teams go.
And they're also going to be in a good position next week, and they will continue to play against the Indianapolis Clowns. They're familiarizing themselves more and more with one of Banana Ball's expansion teams, and they get to play at home in Grayson Stadium in Savannah. And we have seen the Bananas utterly dominant this year when they have gotten to play as that home team, so it should pay pretty big dividends.
Yeah, the Clowns falling to 10-16. They're now 6.5 games back, but they're only 2 games behind the Party Animals, which is currently their team to chase. The Party Animals 4th in the tour. And you want to talk about the best trick play team in the sport, that would be the Texas Tailgaters, taking 2 out of 3 at Corpus Christi. But what a trick play display we had here across this 2-game set in Kansas City. Yesterday it was the Clowns, a brand new record, 14 trick plays for their franchise. And today, a dozen. You think that might be enough to hold off the Nanners? No, they had 13 through 8 innings and then added a trick play on all 3 of their outs in the 9th.
Yeah, that was the impressive part, was they didn't slow down in the final inning as they were trying to hold off the Indianapolis Clowns and win that ball game. The Bananas still showing how good they are in that trick play department, and what Tyler Gillum has talked about, especially when the Bananas have played as the away team this year. Of course, pitching's been a little bit of a struggle, but he said we've been playing some rather shoddy defense at the same time. Well, today, not only did you see 16 trick plays from the Bananas, they did not miss a single trick play in this game, and that is clearly what helped lead them to an earned equalizer point, the 4th time that they have done that in 2026.
And I'll tell you what, impressive against the Clowns, who had only given up the equalizer point now 3 times in 9 games.
Yeah, and that's something that I think you could take as a bit of a silver lining, even though you lose on Sunday and split the series. They obviously had their best trick play performance of the season last night in Game 1, and they went pound for pound with one of the best teams in the league this year at trick plays with the Bananas.
Yeah, that was a team coming in averaging 5.8 trick plays a game. They come away with 14 and 12 respectively. And take a look what we have on the docket next week. It's rematches across the board, and every headlining series flips to the other team. So it opens up Thursday night. The Bananas, of course, the headliner in their home city of Savannah, Georgia. 7 p.m. on the Bananas YouTube channel Thursday night, opening up a 3-game set against the Clowns. And then the following, or actually the very same night, Tailgaters and Firefighters open up a 2-game set in Charlotte, a Firefighters headlining YouTube. That's why you find those games on their YouTube channel. And then the Coconuts and Party Animals, they will have themselves a 2-game set in Milwaukee. That'll be a really fun one. First ever Party Animals headlining series in a big league park that does not include the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, I mean, that is must-watch TV, and the Party Animals have also benefited from playing as the home team quite a bit this season. I know they are juiced up to take on the Loco Beach Coconuts in American Family Field. And meanwhile, the Firefighters, really fun game that they'll get against the Texas Tailgaters. We know how much they push that trick play battle. I mean, there's going to be some equalizer points certainly on the line throughout that series in Truist Field.
And by the way, bite my tongue, folks. That's a 3-game set for the Tailgaters and Firefighters, too. They've got back-to-back 3-game weekends against each other. That will be really fun to see. And I'll tell you what, looks like we've got ourselves a little surprise interview down on the field. Head coach of the Savannah Bananas, Tyler Gillum. Rex Castillo, how the heck did you get the skipper?
Coach, with here, head coach Tyler Gillum, congratulations on a massive win. Kansas City, though, has been so special to every stop here with Banana Ball. What was this stop like for you?
Yeah, this place is special. I mean, first off, shout out to Bananas players today, like really finding a way to win. It was a chess match, back and forth, and we got that equalizer point, which was huge. The Clown show this weekend, unbelievable. I'm talking emotional. There's cheers. The history of it is what I love about what we're doing with the Clowns. That show is one of the best shows in sports. It's fun to watch. And coming back here to Kansas City with creating the Indianapolis Clowns and what we're doing for the game of Banana Ball. Now we have the Banana Ball Championship League, and they are a huge part of it. And, you know, you look back, Kansas City was such a huge part in Negro Leagues Baseball. It started here, and the Clowns originated out of that. And these two teams, Bananas, Clowns, putting on shows, man, it was unbelievable this weekend.
Your former assistant, Eric Fox, who keeps the history of the game so close to his heart, now leading his own team. Was he the right guy for this team? And you see the way they're playing now, they're going to be a tough out later on in season 2.
No doubt. Fox is the man. We call him an OKG. That's one of our acronyms here in Banana Land, and that stands for our kind of guy. Been here since 2018. Was my assistant for a long time, and there's nobody better to lead the Clowns than Fox. He's done an unbelievable job. I mean, if you look at how much entertainment they had today as a group, this show was unbelievable. You got Monet going in, you got Peanut. I mean, the mascot that's throwing, that guy's throwing up to 90, and the stuff's good, and he's throwing with the glove on. What they're doing, you got Fisher hitting 2 hits this weekend. They're doing some unbelievable things, and it's fun to see that team grow, and Fox is the leader of it.
Let's talk about your guys for a little bit. Austin Drury, a high-round draft pick. He showed why here. What should people know about this guy that you can depend on him in such big moments?
Same guy every day. The guy's nasty. He's one of the best lefties in the league. That's why we drafted him first round, and he set the tone for us today. He was player of the game, and you know, everybody chipped in, though. There were so many pieces of this. Our team's awesome. They're getting after it. Guys are chipping in one way or another, and the goal is to be the gold standard in Banana Ball.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Coach Gillum. A beautiful weekend here in Kansas City. A lot of history honored. And the Bananas come away with a win today. Guys, back to you.
Thank you very much, Rex. Always great to get to hear from the Niners skipper, Mr. Tyler Gillum. I mean, you talk about a guy, this is his 9th year here in the Bananas organization. He knows how much this means to the org and to the country as anybody. I mean, he's been here for the whole Banana Ball journey.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, you know, Coach Fox has gotten to learn so much from Tyler Gillum over the years. It's no surprise that he's leading the Indianapolis Clowns in such an honorable fashion and really pushing them to perform well and to put on the best show possible for fans. And that was certainly an incredible game. We saw a lot of great entertainment. Again, Peanuts taking the mound, Monet Davis appearing yet again, a golden batter appearance from Ryan Howard, the former World Series champion. And Indianapolis, again, they are only going to get better as the season progresses, and we're seeing more and more the home team or the home games that they get. The fans just continue to show their support and get louder in those stands cheering them on.
I'll tell you what, a big reason to be optimistic, too, for the Indianapolis Clowns. The offense, obviously, firing on all cylinders. It's a pretty impressive pitching performance this weekend as well.
Absolutely. It's definitely one of the things you could take away from this. They are rounding out their game. And it's simple to say, but these two games, I mean, it's a clash of styles. You want to play a home run derby last night, then yeah, the Clowns are going to have the advantage. Today was a detail-filled game, and that's ultimately why the Bananas won the game. They're better in the details, but the Clowns, I mean, they had neck and neck in the trick plays for the whole time. They were shut out in 6 of the last 7 innings at the plate, but of the final 3 innings, the only point that the Bananas got was the equalizer point. So you're talking about high leverage guys out of the bullpen. You got a nice bounce back performance from Clark Gilmore. Nick Wilson, as we talked about, continues to be one of the rising young stars in the sport. There is a lot of positive to take away from a series split. especially since they hadn't beaten the Bananas coming into the weekend.
Right, and you didn't even get to see David Griffin this weekend, the highest drafted pitcher on this squad, the man who we think is going to be the ace of this starting pitching rotation, and the Clowns really impressive work this weekend.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that you hope they grow on is defense. I mean, we got to talk so much about how defense will win you games in Banana Ball, not only with that equalizer point, but every inning in which the Bananas scored today, it happened because of a Clowns trick play missed or error, so it was the details that really did matter when the final score was determined. And the Bananas, again, flawless defense, especially with trick plays, had the 4-3 dub.
Thank you again.
4-2.
That's right, 4-2 win for the Bananas to split this series after the Clowns took night one 3-1 an evening ago. Thank you for spending your Sunday afternoon with us here on the CW. Big shout out to our folks in the control room back in Savannah, Georgia. This broadcast directed by Keegan Woods, and for our entire crew on site here in KC. Our broadcast produced by Chadwick Folkstead. A big shout out to the executive producer of BTV, Mr. Josh Richardson. For our guy Rex Castillo down on the field, Josh Talevsky and Cam Stewart up in the booth. I am Biko Scala saying so long and see you later!